Hello and welcome to build up to a good game. An hour and 5 minutes away from kickoff as Leeds United take on West Ham United at Ellen Road, which means the lineups are just a few minutes away. We'll take a look at the Leeds team, what Jesse Marsh has done, as well as what David Moyes has done. But there has been a formation change for the Hammers tonight and a couple of perhaps surprise inclusions and exclusions from the Hammers 11. He's changing it. Moyes has changed it. We'll get onto that in a few minutes' time when the official lineup comes out, just in case information is incorrect at this point. But before we proceed with the show, which we will do as usual, Gonzo.
Very sad news today. Co-chairman David Gold has sadly passed away. He's not been in the best of health recently, so it's not a great surprise to many. But I think looking at a lot of the comments, it's been a massive shock. Now, I just want to say a few things about David Gold because a lot has been said about the takeover. A lot of it certainly has been said by myself, but throughout it all, we've always maintained that David Gold's a very, very good man and a West Ham man, a really nice guy, a good father, a loving grandfather, somebody who, may have got things wrong at West Ham from time to time, but he definitely had the club's best interests at heart. I can assure you of that. I've been lucky enough to have met him 3 times, had numerous contacts with him over the years. He's always been very, very polite, very kind. In fact, when probably the video that helped really sort of propel Hammers Chat from being, let's say, a couple of hundred subscribers into being, a little bit bigger than that at the time was David Gold actually retweeted one of our videos, which I'll always be very, very grateful for. We're going to try, we will discuss it more over the coming days, but we just want to sort of draw a line under it tonight. Want to try and win the game. Not that we can impact winning the game, but we hope that certainly the team can do something for David Gold. It is sad. As we always, he is, he loved his daughter, loved his granddaughter very, very much indeed. Certainly loved West Ham. Let's not forget, he's a West Ham boy. He's from Green Street, and hopefully we can win the game for him tonight, Gio.
Yeah, I only met him once. It was at the reservation centre when we went to get a season ticket for London Stadium. And because I was from Aberdeen getting a season ticket, the head of media at West Ham was there. I said, would you mind just holding on and just doing something with Sky Sports? I said, yeah, go on then. And David Gold came in because Sky Sports were coming to interview him, essentially. And it was like, here, you can have this Scottish guy as well. So David Gold sort of spoke to us a little bit. And I'll always remember the head of media at West Ham at the time said, can I get you anything, Mr. Chairman? He said, I'll have a can of Red Bull, please. And he says, are you sure, Mr. Chairman? You've already had a couple today. And he said, yes, please. I'll have a can of Red Bull. So I was like at 9 p.m. at night or something, and David Gold was on his 3rd Red Bull of the evening. And the media team at West Ham were quite concerned about David Gold's intake of the energy drink. But yeah, that's my only meeting of him. But anyway, shall we crack on with the show?
We'll speak more about it in the coming days. Let's crack on with the show for tonight.
How are you feeling about the game, Gonzo? There is changes. Actually, what changes would you like to see? There is numerous changes, including a formation change. But what are you hoping to see?
Wow. Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting any of that. To be fair, I don't know what I'm not really giving it too much thought. So if you to say there's changes, yeah, I'd like to see a Gerds in. I think that would be nice. I'd like to see some sort of change at fullback. I'm sure if he's switched formation, he's gone to 4 at the back. So I'd like something to change. I'd rather not see Cresswell and Soufal there. I think we need to probably change something there. Wouldn't mind Flynn Downs being included. So you're smiling. Come on. Did you know it? What is it? We've still got 1 minute until it's official.
Yeah. Just when you said you don't want to see Soufal and Cresswell, it just made me smile. That's all.
All right. Well, there you go. That's that then, isn't it? Really. So, yeah. I mean, look, it's a big one. It's a big one tonight. I mean, there's every motivation for the team, and for David Moyes this evening, certainly, So let's, and I'm pretty sure. Look, we're playing Leeds. I'm pretty sure there'll be a rapturous round of applause at the start of the game. So whatever team he puts out, Geo, they need to go and represent the club.
This as well. That's what you would like to see, I assume.
Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah. Hammer on 89. I would, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Just give me 1 second. I'm just waiting for the official confirmation to come through before I start rattling out. But it's all prepared in the back room of the Hammers Chat setup here. Charlie's got it ready to rock and roll. And we're just waiting for official confirmation, which contains definitely a couple of surprises and interesting talking points. So it'd be good to get your thoughts on it, but also the live chats as well.
Maybe a youngster in there to mix it up a bit.
No, there's no youngster. Would you like to know the West Ham team tonight?
Tell me about Cornet coming back unexpectedly.
In goal is Lucas Fabianski with a back four for the Hammers tonight, as Vladimir Soufal, Craig Dawson, Nathan Guerre makes his full Premier League debut, and Thilo Kehrer appears to be playing at left back tonight. Declan Rice partners Thomas Souček in midfield, and possibly Lucas Paqueta as well, after comments from David Boyes post-Brentford game. We've also got Pablo Fornals returning to the side, and we've also got Gareth Bowen up there with Gianluca Scamacca. So just to rattle through the midfield in attack once more. Rice, Souček, Fornals, Paqueta, Bowen, Scamacca. Take your pick with the formation, whether you think it's a 4-3-3 or you think that we're maybe going 4-4-2 with Bowen up front alongside. I believe it looks like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 kind of thing, but... what's your immediate reaction? Just to confirm, Saeed Benrahma is on the bench.
That's dropped. My immediate reaction. I mean, I can't.
It is wild. It's just...
Even if you don't think he's been our best player this season, he's up there, right? I think he's probably been our best player this season, Gio. I just don't get it. I don't understand where is... I really don't. Where's the supply going to come from? Yes, I know. Look, Paqueta looks like a really creative player. That's absolutely great, but he's not started clicking yet. There's one person that's in form, in absolute form from an attacking point of view, and that's Saeed Benrahma. And you can only assume it's a defensive move. You can only assume so. I mean, I listened to his comments. Don't do anything but listen to his comments at the moment, it seems. And he seemed to allude to the fact that we conceded goals against Brentford because we were a little bit too open, because we were attacking too much. I don't know if anybody else got that from his comments, but that's the way it seemed. Well, we didn't. Okay, I'm not saying we didn't. They weren't able to get us when we attacked, but that's not how we conceded the goals. We conceded the goals from throw-ins. It's a set play, and its very nature, a set play, you get to realign all your players. You get to put all your chess pieces in order, you know? So it's not like we conceded a goal. I know what he did make that comment, didn't he? That's obviously it, Gio made that comment about Saeed Benrahma surrendering possession. But, I mean, a lot of stuff happened before we conceded those goals. I mean...
That was against Arsenal, though, as well.
Yeah. Yes, of course it was, yeah. I just don't understand it. I absolutely don't understand it.
And this is fair. Garino could be correct here. I've been saying back four. It could still be like a back three with Paqueta on the left, and then like a 3-5-2 formation with Bowen up front alongside Gianluca Scamacca. We'll have to wait and see. It would maybe explain the Kehrer inclusion a little bit more rather than playing him as a natural left back in this team. So we'll have to wait and see how we line up, I guess, once the team gets underway. But even if you're looking at three at the back, I guess that would be a right back. Your midfield would then be Rice, Souček, Fornals, Bowen and Scamacca up front. Fornals left back, so it'd be Rice, Souček, Paqueta in the middle, and Bowen and Scamacca up front. We'll have to wait and see. It might be three at the back with wing backs and two strikers, but it might be back to four at the back. But it just seems a little bit wild to me. I think
this is a hard one to lose and come back from. I think it's hard anyway, because it'd be 6 losses in a row.
Do you know what?
That team and lose, that's a hard one to even address in the press conference afterwards.
What worries me is, funny enough, what Stuart Pearce said on TalkSport yesterday in regards to this game. He basically said Moyes is going to go there and not lose. As long as they don't lose, Moyes will see it as a good result, because it means you've stopped Leeds winning, and that's a result to some extent. And it was just ringing in my ears, because I know Pearce isn't involved West Ham anymore, but he's got the mentality. He knows how David Moyes thinks. And when he said that, I just thought, this is the last thing I want to see. Looking at that team, I immediately thought it was a back four with Kehrer right back, and then it's like a 4-3-3. But if that was the case, that would mean Fornals on left wing. And Surely not.
It's just not. It's not creative enough. It's not
The
fast
good thing
enough.
is, hey, you can't complain. You'll say, I want the opposition manager to get surprised. He's got a bloody surprise tonight.
Well, he's got one. He'll take one look at that and say, "No, let's just attack." Yeah, they're set up to defend. Look, hopefully we're wrong. I don't want to be overly pessimistic, but it's hard not to be because we've sort of done all that. Spent a lot at the start of the season doing that, saying, "Oh no, we'd probably be all right, probably be right." There's precious little evidence to suggest that, and when you say things like that about Stuart Pearce, it makes you even more worried that we're just going to try and sit back and we're going to try and soak it up. Sorry?
Do you not see Pearce's thing?
No, I didn't know.
Mate, he's lost the plot. He claimed that we haven't lost to anyone outside the top 6 in the last 2 seasons. Yeah. What are you on about, mate? Brighton, Brentford.
Please tell me somebody pulled him up, though, when he said it.
No, they just accept it. Dean Saunders made a bit of a joke. He said, but I don't like statistics, Stuarty. 39% of them are wrong. I mean, it was quite funny, but
this is the problem with these journalists. This is what I'm saying, mate. They're just not holding people to account who come up with these inaccuracies.
Yeah, he basically said we didn't lose to a team outside the top 6. Moyes is so detailed about the opposition and is so really into he knows everything about the opposition and sets West Ham up not to lose, and they didn't lose to anyone outside the top 6. And I thought, hang on a minute, Stuart, all you have to do is think about the last game we played, Brentford. Surely that rings a bell in your head. Hang on, Brentford did the double on us last season. That can't be right then, can it? So it was a bit of a strange, I say strange thing. It was a bit of a worrying thing to hear Stuart Pearce say, really. But where was it? George said the comment was on the season 2 seasons ago when he lost to Everton. In general. But still factually incorrect. Would you like to know the West Ham bench?
I would love to know the West Ham bench, please.
A lot of fullbacks. We've got Areola as well as Bronna. We've also got Creswell, Johnson, and Emerson. We've also got Downs, Benrahma, Lanzini, and Antonio. So you're not getting your youth, Gonzo. You're not even getting your youth on the bench.
But I tell you what, that's progress, because it used to be lots of goalkeepers, now it's lots of fullbacks. We fast forward to 2 years in the future, there'll be loads of strikers.
Yes. Shall we dive straight into the Leeds team then?
Yeah, mate. Let's have a look.
Happy days. They've done the graphic in order for me. In goal for Leeds tonight is Melie with a back 4, Ayling on the right, Struik at left back with Koch and Cooper in centre back positions. Tyler Adams partners Roca in midfield. We'll see Addison possibly on the right with Somerville in the number 10 role, with Nonto left wing and Rodrigo up front. So that makes it 2 changes from their team that drew away to Newcastle. Roca comes in for Forshaw and Somerville comes in for Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good players in there, mate. They worry me anyway. Every team worries me at the moment, Geo. Because the Premier League is interesting this season. There doesn't seem to be an outright whipping boy, maybe apart from us. There doesn't seem to be an outright whipping boy. There's not. We spoke about Norwich, didn't we? Before, when they were cut adrift, I think possibly was it Sunderland had the worst ever record or something like that. It was Derby. It was there's no whooping boy there really. So these teams can all come. A lot of them play football and come to attack. So it's going to be difficult, mate, because they're at home as well, of course. So the crowd are going to be behind them, and rightly so. This is not whiskey, by the way. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Right, the Leeds bench is a bit more balanced than ours. They've got Robos on the bench, as well as Firpo, Lorente, Christensen, Giabi, Click, Greenwood, Harrison, and Gelhardt is on the bench for Leeds United this evening. The one thing I will say, which gives me encouragement, is when I watched them play Newcastle and Man City, as I mentioned in the preview, Leeds defending set pieces was wild. It didn't really have, there was logic behind it. It's a combination of man marking and zone marking. It was not working. And Newcastle in particular wasted a couple of real glorious chances from corners to get on target, potentially get a goal. For that reason, I can almost understand the inclusion of Souček here. And if Moyes has identified that, then fantastic. Maybe also, in a weird way, sort of justifies the inclusion of Pablo Fornals for set pieces from the other side of the pitch as well. So you've got Bowen on one side, Fornals on the other side, taking those corners. I don't want to. If I see a short corner tonight, I'm going to go mental. When you've just watched your team struggle defending set pieces and not to see your team take advantage of it is huge. The one thing I will say, which worried me funny enough, from these defending set pieces, is something Kieran Trippier had to sort, and I think it was the first corner Newcastle had of the game. But Leeds left 2 or 3 players on the halfway line. They did not take them all back. And Trippier put the ball down and looked up and said, "Oh, hang on a minute." And he moved away from the ball. And he said, "You and you, get back. Get back out that box. What are you all doing in the box? Get out." And he sent Sean Longstaff and someone else out the box. And I just thought, I remember West Ham playing a European team at home at London Stadium last season, Genk or Ghent, whichever one we played. And they did it. They kept 2 players up. And it was just complete chaos. The West Ham team, Dawson at one point was on his way back, and Lanzini had said, "Well, where are you? You get, I'll go back. You get in. You're not going back. I'll go back." And I just hope that we've got that sussed out already. I don't want to see this calamity of errors when we get our first corner and Nonto's standing on the halfway line with Somerville and we get done on the counter-attack because we've only got 2 players back around it. I don't want any chaos when it comes to attacking set pieces. Leeds are weak. We need to be strong. We've got the height. We've got good set piece takers. We've just got, the problem is, I guess, getting flipping corners. We've got to get up the pitch. But
I'll tell you what is strangely worrying. So the other day when you sent me that text message about our right side, basically,
yes,
our right side, we don't really create anything from the right side, and we looked at it did say we were the worst in the Premier League, right?
Yeah, West Ham have West Ham have made the most crosses from open play in the Premier League this season, and we've scored no goals from it. But also, a success rate from the right-hand side was the lowest in the Premier League compared to the other 19.
Yeah, so on the right-hand side, we are the worst in the league. So David Moyes has actually changed the whole left-hand side for this game. He's taking Cresswell and Ben Rama out. He said the right side remains intact. We'll change the left. There you go.
Brilliant. Right, what we're going to do now, myself and Gonzo are going to compile a little bit, and if it wins, we're going to give one of you guys their money. Gonzo, what are you fancying for it? Before we do that, I'm going to add in Tyler Adams to make 2 fouls. That Paqueta won the other night in the Brentford game, so I'm putting Tyler Adams in for this one. Now, what would you fancy?
Well, the great Zoltar said that Craig Dawson would score, so I'm having that.
Okay, what else?
West Ham win, because he said we'd win 2-1 as well.
All righty.
Why don't you put 2-1 in to West Ham?
Okay, let's do that. Correct score.
Yeah.
2-1 West Ham. Okay, right. Okay, I haven't quite done what you wanted, but I've done something similar, and it's 350 quid if this wins.
Yeah.
West Ham wins 2-1. Tyler Adams does 2 fouls, and Craig Dawson has a shot on target.
Yeah.
350 quid.
That's a good one.
To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Yeah, nothing naughty today. Just in homage to David Gold, we're just going to put Green Street Boy.
Green Street Boy. Whap it into the live chat and you'll be entered. And if the bet wins, one of you guys get the 350 quid. Right, before I get Gonzo's thoughts and we start getting yours, just want to say a massive thank you to Johnny, who says, "Condolences, Mr. Gold. Doubtful of a win, but come on, you Irons." Thank you for the 179 super chat. Right, Gonzo, you've seen the lineups. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it's worry. It's a concern. In all honesty, because of our look, 5 losses in a row, I think whatever team you would have put out would have been a concern for me. This is a bit of a surprise. It has to be said. It's difficult because there has been a bright spark this season. And there's not just one. I mean, there was a period where Skamaka looked really good. But not just one. But the sort of constant all season, the one player that has looked like he's been on form and has been difficult for opposition teams to deal with has been Ben Rama. So I think it's difficult not to see him in the team. I it's a weird thing to say. I hope he's got a knock. If you know what I mean, I don't wish injury on him, but that's
he hasn't. Come on, you know he hasn't.
I'm trying to give Moyes a little bit of leeway here, trying to make some form of excuse because nothing else really makes sense. He has to win this now.
I think the only thing that makes sense is what 1 or 2 in the live chat were querying is maybe we are playing 3-5-2, and therefore Ben Rama's position is not in the team anymore. You know, we've got left wing back, we've got Souček and Bryson Paqueta centre midfield, and then Bowen up front alongside Skamaka. We don't really have Ben Rama's position there, do we? We've taken out the team. That would be the only thing that would excuse David Moyes, I guess.
But you'd still, even if you were going to play through at the back, you'd still shoehorn him in. You'd still put him in the team.
The problem is we've been shoehorning players in too often. We've been playing Flynn Downs in the number 10, Fanals on the left. I'm fed up with shoehorning. I want to see players playing in their best position. Now, someone isn't, because if we are playing through the back, it means Fanals is shoehorned in at left wing back. Fal's still playing right wing back. So there is someone getting crammed in somewhere. If we're playing forward at the back, it means Kerr likely is playing left back, or Aguero's been moved out to left back when we need him in the centre back position. So there's at minimum, there's one player, actually two, because we're playing that 3-5-2. Bowen's up front, so there's a minimum two players out of position tonight, probably in this starting team. So I guess I see your point there. I can't say that about Ben Rama, but then almost excuse it for other players in the starting line. It's a strange starting 11. It's a gamble. He made a gamble against Brentford. It didn't pay off. He's gone for a completely different gamble tonight. Do I agree with it? Not really, if I'm honest with you. I think it seems like he's got 22 of his 24 players available tonight. The only two missing are Zuma and Maxwell Cornet, who's been absent for majority of the season anyway. I struggle to excuse him with that. He's got a really good squad of players to pick from. They've been here long enough now. He's had plenty of time on the training ground. He's had 6 weeks during the World Cup to get stuff sorted out. If the answer is this mishmash of players in funny positions, it would just be a little bit wild. I'm hoping once the game kicks off and we get going, there's almost some tactical genius plan going on here. And my worry is right now that the tactical plan is win it via set pieces. I generally worry that is the thinking behind this team. We've got to get Souček in there. We've got to get Skamaka in there. Dawson has to play. Who else is good? Aguero's pretty good in there. Get him in there as well. Right. Who's the best set piece takers? Bowen, Creswell, and Fanals. Well, Creswell can't play after the last game. Fanals has to come in now. And if we win, it justifies it, but it doesn't mean you've played well, if that makes sense. You could grind out a 1-0 and you get the 3 points, but he's taking a risk, Gonzo. I think he's taking a massive, massive risk here. So
absolutely, and just the whole keeper situation as well. You know, it's not great. It's not great. It doesn't make sense with how he wants to play. The distribution is, someone mentions that, about how slowly Fabianski distributes the ball. They're going to have more possession than us. They're going to attack more than us. If we want to play for corners, that's fine, but we are going to have to shoot at the goal so the goalkeeper tips it round for it to be a corner, right? Or whatever.
Or beat your fullback and try and put a cross in, but he's on the bench.
Absolutely. there you go. So we're going to need some form of counter-attack, and we just got a keeper on the bench who is just better at it. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I really do hope, sorry, just to go back to this Ben Rama thing, it better be that. It better be the 3 at the back, and that be the reason. I still don't fully subscribe to that, because I still think you're leaving your best player out. But, and I'm going to play best player this season. But if we are playing 4 at the back and he has just dropped Ben Rama, then more for Moyes, because he may well demotivate the one player that has been motivated and consistent, and that would be a foolish thing to do.
Yeah. Right, we're going to start getting your thoughts. So if you're watching live, please put your thoughts into the live chat. It can be about the West Ham team, the Leeds team, any hopes or fears you have for this evening. As long as it's relevant to the game, get your thoughts in. And also, James has pointed out there's 1,300 watching, but since he's done that, another 200 of you have joined nearly. 1,400 watching live, which is mental. I think this is a record for a build-up show, Gonzo. It's got to be, hasn't it? But thank you for joining us. If you're new to Hammers Chat, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It takes approximately 5 seconds. And also drop a like on it by clicking the thumbs up. Helps out YouTube channel, helps out the algorithm, helps this video. So if someone goes on YouTube and searches for a watch along for this game, Hammers Chat will be at the top of the results, and they can join Charlie for the 98 minutes. Right. Do you want to see what the live chat's in?
I certainly do. Bring it on. Let's have a look.
Well, Dave G. Hammer says you can't imagine the Leeds boss has planned for this.
You're certainly right, David.
Major says Moyes has dropped our top goal scorer.
Who is our top goals? Who is it? Ben Rama.
Yeah.
That's bad this season.
Mohawk says Moyes has concocted a very dreadful lineup. It's like he wants to pay off from getting the sack. John says, if we win, it justifies it.
Yeah.
If we win and play well, there's going to be a lot of hooters put out of place. Oh, I'll be the first one to say I'm delighted.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. I think, a lot of people want West Ham to win. I don't think pride supersedes you wanting your team to win. I think there'll be a lot of relief, actually.
Yeah, he's right. People are only watching because it's not on the telly, aren't they?
That's right.
Thanks. I felt good for 2 minutes there.
You're welcome.
I thought it was Gonzo's looks and my intelligence that had people tuning in, waiting for a little snippet of pure punditry. Never mind.
They're waiting for the vodka to kick in with me and do something stupid.
Mike says, this team strikes me as the wave of a white flag from Moyes. He's going down, surrounding himself with his old guard, with a defensive system, ego, and arrogance.
That is a terrible. I don't mean I dislike. I'm not having a go at you. It's a really hard post to read, isn't it? You'd sort of really hope that wasn't true.
Yeah. Steve says Ben Rama must have gutted best player. Lewis says 100%. Hopefully Fornals is fired up. We need him in workhorse mode. He can change the game with his energy. But the problem is, it's just the left hand, Leeds' right hand side is far stronger than the left side. Ellis made the point when I spoke to him. I covered it in the opposition prediction for Patron prior, so I didn't copy Ellis. But basically, Leeds have got a centre back playing left back. Their attacks from the left back position is restricted. Struijk will get forward. He does join in, but he's not swinging in any crosses. Luke Ayling, however, on the other side does. So we've just gone and put a defensive player up against their attacking right back. So rather than pushing Ayling back with Ben Rama, we said, actually, come on then, you come you want to attack down the right? Yeah, we'll put a defensive player there and we'll retreat 10 yards so you can come on down this side. Yeah. Swing the crosses in, get them in the box, let's see what you can do. So anyway.
But this is what Moyes does, unfortunately. I don't believe and never have that he looks at the opposition team with that detail. I mean, we had all this when we discussed about Trent Alexander-Arnold when he was doing terribly, terribly poorly, and there was really something to do. And then he sort of stumbled across what he should do at the end of the game. I don't think he does. I think, like Pep Guardiola often says, I don't change what I'm doing for the opposition. I think that's what David Moyes does, but it don't carry quite the same punch, does it?
No, it's not as scary, is it?
No.
Pep says it, you think, oh, bloody hell. But when Moyes says, you go, good, mate, thanks for that, and we're going to win now. Cheers. Yeah. Hammerhead Hardy says, can't believe he's dropped Ben Rama. Rest in peace, David Gold. Thanks for all you do. You guys are good at what you do. Come on, you Irons. Sign up for Patreon today. Thank you. I much appreciate that. Alan says, what would you say if you were the Leeds manager? We'll leave that one, Alan. Charlie can deal with that. I've starred it for him, so you can find it. Don't you worry. Will says, don't mind Fornals getting a look, and I wouldn't have dropped Bowen or Paqueta to get there. We win with a Souček header.
That would be nice.
Well, it would be, but all you're doing is confirming Souček starts the next handful of games, regardless of how well he plays away from scoring the header.
Well, yes, but I still have this forlorn hope that David Moyes might release the inner Souček again and allow him to be a sort of rampaging goal-scoring midfielder. I find it really hard to believe, and it's not like I'm trying to make excuses, Moyes. I can't believe that he doesn't want to keep his job. I mean, he had this guy that was scored 10 goals a season, and then he goes and turns him into a defender. So I'd like to hope that David Moyes will do something here. I just want us to stay up now. I look at the others. I look at the other teams around us, and I just don't think we're in a position anymore. I know you're not saying it, Gio, by the way. I don't think we're in a position anymore to say, oh, we'll sacrifice these 3 points so as David Moyes gets booted out. I think our survival may well come down to 3 points difference. And I'll tell you what, I'll do with getting free today.
Zach says he's not confident. He's going to have a couple of desperados and watch unfold. Don't worry, that's not the only desperado around here, Moyes. Hammer Boy says, 1 game drop in Souček and straight back in. What's the actual point?
He said it, didn't he? He did. He actually talked about Souček and about Souček, us losing our defensive shape because Souček wasn't there. He spoke about it in the press conference.
It's just mental, though. We didn't lose our defensive shape. We conceded 2 goals from throw-ins. They weren't at 6s and 7s. Fabianski was not that busy. In fact, I might go check this. From memory, Brentford had a flurry of shots in the last 10, 15 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if Brentford had more efforts at our goal when Souček was on the pitch than when he was off it, and he didn't come on till the 82nd minute. Sure. Honestly, Charlie, look that. Well, I don't know if Charlie knows, but I'm going to look that up in a minute just because hopefully it's right. Logan says this has to be Moyes' last game. It's a ridiculous lineup, zero pace. Might as well play with 10 players with Souček starting. John thinks that Bielsa may come in, but he wouldn't take over before the Leeds game. Bielsa would be appointed regardless of the result. Sue Hale says West Ham are winning this. Would have liked Emerson at left back, Kerr's right back, or Bon and Exeguard, and Antonio up front. I like how Moyes has done nothing Sue Hale would have liked to have seen, but he still thinks we're going to win.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
I would have made these 8 changes, but we're still going to win.
Yeah, I reckon David Moyes saw what you wanted and did the opposite on purpose, mate.
I think what was I going to say? Oh, apparently not David Moyes. Apparently Mark Noble came off the team coach suited and booted.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, apparently he came off all suited and booted.
So he's traveling. He's traveling with the team, is he? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a director of football, you'd expect him to travel on his own, I guess, wouldn't you? Or with the other board members or staff or something. Not with David Moyes and his contingent, but it's
maybe they are that desperate for a G up and a bit of leadership that they're getting involved. Look, if it works, brilliant.
Paul says Benrahma's been playing well. He has been in a team that's lost 5 in a row. Fornals has over a chance. There's still enough quality in this team to beat Leeds, even if I doubt they will. Richard said the lineup is awful, while Celtic Hammer said it is bucking funkers.
I like that. It's good, isn't it?
Dean makes a really valid point. I agree with this. Leeds will use up so much energy in the 70 minutes. Moyes probably thinks Benrahma will destroy them in the last 20 if we're not winning.
And they did that under Bielsa as well, didn't they? They used to tire late games.
They did that against Newcastle and Man City, where the last 10-15 minutes Leeds were flagging. And I did sit there a little bit worried that Moyes' tactics of sit back for 70 minutes and then attack will actually work, because you're then attacking a tired Leeds. But the problem is you need to keep a clean sheet in 70 minutes and then score in 20 minutes. It's a very difficult ask to do at both sides of the pitch. Guitar says 2-0 Leeds, we'll get nothing and Moyes will still be in a job. Wright says if he's put Souček in, left out Benrahma, Moyes is looking to cross in a lot, set plays and crossing. He's identified. The problem is Benrahma's our quickest crosser. He's not the best crosser, but he's the one that's actually willing to cut back and get it into the box kind of thing. Can the same be said from Fornals on the left wing? I'm not sure. Soufal put crosses in, but they're not very good. We've established that at the start of the video. We are statistically the worst team at crossing from the right-hand side of the pitch.
It actually makes no sense. I totally subscribe to how Moyes wants to play. I really do. But just buy players that do it then. And the fact that he would not have a goalkeeper that distributes the ball quickly and not have a right-footed winger on the right-hand side, a left-footed winger on the left-hand side. If what you want to do is play for crosses, play it, but do it properly and get experts at it. It's just really, really weird.
Stuart said, I think there's a 3 at the back system that Moyes been wanting to play, but he hasn't had the right bodies to deploy it. That's fair enough. But then why is your left wing back sat on the bench? Do you know what I mean?
Who's going to cross the ball from the left?
Leo said, I was looking forward to the game. I'm now sad looking at a lineup. If Moyes wants to go out like this, then it would be a bad way to end it. I thought he wanted to fight for the job. Hammerboy said it feels slow no matter when it comes. I still can't believe he will turn it. I still can't believe he will turn it around. Amy would have preferred Ben Johnson instead of Tilo Kehrer. Should be playing left back.
Yeah, me too.
It's a bit of a strange one, but Alan says great to see Aguerd back. Solid lineup at the back. We don't have a chance of letting them in. We'd like to see Avila in there too after Fabianski's howlers last week.
I mean, the team is slow as hell, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Yes, this is why if it's 2 up front, actually out and out strikers, you don't really need the pace if you can just launch it and then you're gaining. I mean, Ellis said teams are just cutting through Leeds at the minute. He said 3 passes and you're in kind of thing. I do wonder if perhaps that's part of the plan tonight. Just go a bit direct and try and use the big man, little man partnership up front. Will that be efficient? We'll have to wait and see. But I generally don't know. I can see 3 or 4 possible formations and lineups here out of that personnel selected, and I'm unsure which one I think. What one do you think it'll be? What do you think the formation is? I
think it's 4 at the back.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know. I mean, it is a complete guess. I mean, it's not. I would not put tuppence on it, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm not confident of me saying it. Do you know what? What I would say is I am really looking forward to watching Aguerd play. I'm looking forward to that. I do think that will, whatever happens in the defence, I think that improves it. I really do. The distribution, the crossing from Soufal's a worry.
Yeah. Adam agrees with you. On positive note, he's looking to see Aguero and what he'll bring in. It's Moyes' last hope of turning this around. I'm trying to skip as much of the chat as possible because I realised I was miles behind. John thinks Fanal's left wing back. I think it is as well, you know. I think Fanal's left. I think it's 3-5-2. I don't know why.
We have nobody, because if he does that, I would imagine he will put a Gerd as centre back, right?
Yeah, and Kerr to the left and Dawson to the right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know actually. I think
you put a Gerd to the right, Dawson in the middle,
Kerr on the right. A bit of the pace down either side of our back three. A little bit of speed there to protect.
Then you
Dawson.
might get across. You might get across then from the left hand side.
Kerr can come out with the ball as well. We've seen Kerr. He's really good in possession. Moyes does like Cresswell there pushing forward. Maybe we're going to do it on the other side, let Kerr do the pushing forward or whatever. I actually think it's 3-5-2 because it was 4 at the back. I struggle to convince myself that Kerr would be the choice, especially when you've got Johnson and Cresswell on the bench. I know we've got Emerson, but
you're right. You are right. Yeah.
I struggle to convince myself that Moyes would still go for Thilo Kerr. Somebody said here, where is it? He basically said Kerr's here he is. Gary, Kerr playing left back, you can't play right back, and that's his favourite side. I think it's true. You can't play him right back on his favourite side. He plays crap and you drop him for Soufal and they go, actually, he might do a job on left back. That's even more wild, isn't it? There's no evidence that Kerr can play left back. There's evidence that Ben Johnson can do it. I understand why he may feel he has to drop Aaron Cresswell after the Brentford performance. I agree with it. But to then not put Ben Johnson in at left back would just be a bit harsh, I think. I don't think Johnson deserves a crack there ahead of Kerr. So I think it's 3 at the back. I've almost convinced myself it would be. So we'll wait. Time will tell. We'll find out within 2 minutes.
Yeah, but if it is, I am worried about there is no left-footed crosser there then. So we will have no crosses from the left-hand side at all.
Yeah, it'll be very lopsided, won't it?
Yeah. But you'd have to cut back. You'd have to cut back in and someone cross with their right foot, at which point the defenders have got back into position, haven't they? So anyway, look, we'll see. Hopefully we're wrong. I'm still going for the win.
Are you?
I am going for the 2-1 win. Yeah.
Well, you better be right. You picked it for the bet.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I've got to stick with it, haven't I? No evidence. There you go. Just a fool's hope. There you go.
A bit of admin now. 1,600 of you watching live. It's mental. Absolutely mental. Please do like the video. There's people giving me the counter in there. Charlie usually comes up with a target during the game as well. He likes to get to. Please do drop a like and please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. This video is in collaboration with BetMate. BetMate is a 7-a-side fantasy football where you only pick players from the Leeds and West Ham game for tonight. You pick up points for your traditional goal scored, assists, but you also get points for tackles and interceptions. There's no budget. You can pick any 7 players that you want, but you've got to have a keeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 2 attackers in your team as well. It costs £1 to enter, but don't worry, we've got you covered. If you use the code HC10 when you sign up, use the code HC10. Link is in the description. Download the app. Get £10 credit. So you get your £10 credit. Use £1 of that credit to join tonight's game. Give you £9 to save for future versions of the West Ham BetMate game. So get involved. Myself and Gonzo have got teams entered. We may need to adjust them, but before we have, but we're not going to look at our team. What we are going to do though is have a quick glance at your team, Charlie Walls. You've gone with Melly in goal, Strick. Vice captain as well, bold. Gerd, you've also gone with Paqueta and Rodrigo, Somerville, and say Ben Rama. Charlie, you need to change your team.
Yeah, Ben Rama's. How dare he not be good enough for the one and only David Moyes? That's a bit of an issue on that one. Apart from that, though, I'm relatively happy with that team. I'm pretty confident.
Hold on, have I got Ben Rama in mine, I
don't know. We're going to have to change them up. But the good thing is we've got until 7:40 to get our team changed. You've got until 7:40 to get the app downloaded, get signed up using the code, and get involved. We just want to say thank you to Johnny. We've done that one. We've also got to say, Charlie, I've got a question from Alan. You need to deal with that during the game. Okay. Johnny's asking what the bet is. West Ham to win 2-1. Dawson shot on target. Tyler Adams 2 fouls. Thornton says he feels a 5-2 win, but he's high on morphine. And no, Johnny, I do not have any synchronized swimming. Gallas, that's Gonzo's fault.
He lost his armbands.
I was probably just back in Scotland for the weekend. That's probably all it was. But I like it. There's people that genuinely believe Gonzo when he says I'm doing something like that. There's people that genuinely get annoyed that I'm at a synchronized swimming gala instead of doing videos.
I gotta say, it's one of my favourite ever ones. And I said to Geo, sorry, Geo can't be here today. I said he's actually at a jam making convention. And he's anyway, and somebody actually put, and they were angry, genuinely angry. I can't believe he's missing a West Ham game, to go and look at some jam and taste some jam. And brilliant.
Don't know. Some West Ham games I've watched, I was genuinely wish I was at jam convention. I'm pretty good at it. I can see myself as a connoisseur of the jams. But anyway, right. Let's get the old final thoughts, Gonzo. What's your final thoughts?
He's got to do it. He's got to do it. He really does. He's picked an odds. Hey, you've been drinking as well.
Gonzo's getting flustered.
No, he's picked a very odd team. And he has to have victory tonight. You can't do this sort of thing. You can't drop your best player, which Benrahma has been, and not deliver tonight. He really has to. I'm worried, but I'm going to stick in when we 2-1 win, even though I've got no evidence.
Interesting. I'm feeling optimistic about set pieces. West Ham scoring from set pieces. I've just got a feeling we're going to get one tonight. It's just a case of, is it going to be enough? Are we going to get additional goals? The lineup has made me really nervous. I can't tell if it's an absolute disaster or a stroke of genius, but we've seen this before when we played Wolves at home, which was, our first win after the international break, which then triggered a little bit of form. And we played 3 at the back, and Fornals was like a left wing-back position. So I do wonder if he's going back to that, because I think Moyes trusts it a little bit. I think he trusts Fornals in that role. And it's a difficult one to do, and I guess Fornals is kind of unique with the way he plays that left wing-back position. He doesn't play it the same as Emerson does or anything like that. He sometimes has to come in field, help out in there. Difficult game tonight, though. Leeds will be up for this one. Ellen Road in an evening. I wouldn't fancy that. Leeds are beatable, though. They are beatable. Somerville back, not great for us. He's been in decent nick this season. Their second highest goal scorer.
Good singer too. They'll only be the old people will get that.
Yeah, it's gone over my head. I'm just agreeing as if I'm supposed to.
Young.
Donna Somerville, is that a name?
No, it's Donna Summer. Actually, it's Jimmy Somerville.
Just say you're too young as well, Charlie. It's easier.
Yeah, he is.
I took a swing.
Right,
fine.
In the live chat, please get your score predictions. Gonzo, if you need to go, you can go, because I appreciate we're running over the time. And get your score predictions into the live chat. Gonzo sticking with 2-1. I'm going to stick with 1-1. Charlie, you said 1-1 as well on the pitching podcast earlier. Are you sticking with 1-1?
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, I'll listen to you.
Listen, I'll stick with it for now. What happens, Gio, is I start asking the chat it, and then I get unnecessarily hyped about it, and then I end up getting a bit above myself, and I say something wild. So for now, I'll stick with 1-1. I don't really feel like that if I'm talking with my head, which is something I also said on the Patreon podcast earlier. I would say 2-1 Leeds. But I'll stick with 1-1, and I'll back Kehrer at left back. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild situation. Now, I know he might not be, but
clever.
He also might be.
Do you think it's a back four then?
Yes.
Yes. This is just for the possible scenarios league-wise. If we win, we go 14th in the league tonight, regardless of results elsewhere. However, if we lose and Wolves pick up a victory against Aston Villa, we go 19th, regardless of results elsewhere. If we lose tonight, we go in the bottom 3 because Southampton are playing Nottingham Forest, and so if Southampton win, they go above us. If it's a draw or Forest win, they go above us. So we will move into the bottom 3 should we lose this evening. 2-1 West Ham, 2-1 West Ham, 2-0 Leeds, 2-0 West Ham, 2-1 West Ham, 2-0 West Ham, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0 Leeds, 1-0 West Ham, 1-0 West Ham, 1-0, 0-0, 3-1 Leeds, 4-3 West Ham. Fancy a bit of that. 1-1 draw. 2-0 Leeds. We've got 2-0 Leeds. Michael is looking for Benrahma. Thornton is sticking with his 5-2, while Christian goes 2-0 loss, as well as Alex. WF says we're going to lose 1-0. 3-1 for West Ham, says Robs, while Chris says 1-0. Sean reckons we're going to lose 3-2. And Ben says we're going to get beat 1-0. But Dave, quite optimistic. 4-3-1.
while you're looking through them, and Dave, shout out for the optimism. We appreciate it.
Yeah, keep going.
We did the poll. I did do the poll. I just forgot to say it was live, but the poll did go up about how people felt about the starting 11. And I think it's notable because it's the first time ever that we've been doing the poll where, it's all right, didn't win. It did come second. It was close, Geo. 36% of people did say, yeah, it's all right. But 42% of people said it's poor. And it's the first time I've seen that happen. Usually we're somewhere in the, it's all right position, and everything else is sort of middling and not really talking. It was close this time. And I think that's kind of notable. I think that's kind of notable for where we're at, because you look at it, it's also the most amount of votes we've ever had in that poll, by the way. But it's also notable because I just look at that team and there's so many different ways of going about it. And yet I don't think any of them really jump out at people as something that would be ideal. And that's really interesting to me. From the sort of vibe of the fan base going forward, I'm intrigued by that. And I'm intrigued to see how it ends up playing out. I do think it will be a back four. It should be a back five, but I do think it will be a back four.
Anyway, I'll see. I'll come back at halftime and have a chat with you then.
Perfect. Thank you very much,
Cheers.
Gio. Appreciate it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Like he said, if you want more smart talk, then make sure to come back at halftime because Gio will be here. But we are live the entire time. Don't go anywhere because we're live from now all the way through till full time, and then even after that because we'll have the full live match review, reaction, all that good stuff. But until then, hello everybody. How are we all? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope you're vibing and exciting for what will be ultimately a football match. Very quick one while I ask you this. I'll start. You've seen the teams. They're running across the bottom of the screen. We'll go through them in detail in a second. I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the most confident possible, 1 being the least confident possible. How confident are you of a West Ham result this evening? Do let me know in the chat. Do you know what it is? Me and my girlfriend are both very ill. So we haven't had the energy to take it down yet. So it's still up. And that'll be something. Thank you, Sean. It will go down eventually, but for now, I won't go anywhere. We have a couple of things to say very quickly before we start. First, is it on Amazon's Ray? Good to see you. No, it is not available. It's not available on English television from a legal manner. So if you are looking for a way to watch the game, there are definitely ways you can do it. I would highly recommend that you check out the link in the description below called Join Our Discord. If you click on that, it's completely free to join. Lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community. Fans of all clubs are welcome. But more importantly, down the left-hand side, there's a bit there called Stream Links, and you should be able to find what you are looking for. The other thing to say is obviously today we had a loss in the West Ham family with David Gold passing away, which is obviously an incredibly sad thing. I said on the Patreon podcast when we were live when it happened earlier that all our thoughts go out to his family and everything else. What I will say very quickly from a stream perspective is I'm not going to accept any nonsense today. So if there is anything around that, and it's bad that we have to say that, but obviously I've seen some things on social media today of people saying stuff that's just bad, I will just straight up get rid of you, okay? You know what I'm like? Usually I'm fine with trolls. I'm fine with giving people opportunities, all that. Not today. If you say crap about it, you're gone. Just letting that out the gate first. Now, moving on, let's get on to some of these confidence levels because it's a weird West Ham team. Let's run through it very quickly, just so you get one last opportunity to lob that confidence prediction, I should say, in. West Ham lineup as such. Fabianski starts in goal with Soufal, Dawson, Aguerd and Kehrer at the back. We have Rice, Souček and Fornals in midfield with Paqueta, Scamacca and Bowen. Now, this could be a 4-2-3-1. You're looking at a Kehrer or a Aguerd playing left back. You're looking at Rice, Souček double pivot. Fornals, Paqueta, Scamacca, Bowen. That sort of works itself into a 4-2-3-1. You could be looking at a 3 at the back with a back 3 of Dawson, Aguerd and Kehrer, and then you look at maybe Fornals playing left wing back. There's a couple of different options there of ways this could play out. Either way, it's a bit wild. It's a bit wild no matter how you look at it. The bench being Areola, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Johnson, Emerson, Downs, Benrahma, Lanzini and Antonio. Leeds, however, line up as such. Meslier in goal with Ayling, Stewart, Koch, Cooper in defence. Sorry, I read that really weirdly. My brain just started absolutely crashing there. You're not wrong, Albo. You're not wrong. We have a midfield of Tyler Adams and Roca with Aronson, Somerville and Gnotto behind Rodrigo. Happy New Year, Mark. Hope you are. An interesting lineup, probably pretty predictable to some extent. Geo predicted most of it on the prediction show on Patreon. If you're not a patron, patreon.com/hamchat, link in the description below, where Geo goes through and predicts the starting 11 of the opposition and talks about their tactics before every single game. He said all of them but one, I believe. I believe. Listen, what I do in my spare time, I'm making that mad cash. I've got £5 and it's from you. It's great though. It's great. It pays for the baby bells. There are baby bells available today, by the way. -10, Nicola. I respect it. Scary moments. Mike's gone for a solid 1. There's a lot of low numbers. The bench for Leeds, I'll stop clicking on these for a second, is Joel Robles of... who did he play for? Can't remember. Firpo, Lorente, Christensen, Giabi, Klitsch, Greenwood, Harrison, and Gelhart. That is the Leeds lineup. So let's keep going through some of these score predictions, because they're quite not score predictions, sorry, confidence levels, because they are quite low. 3, 4, 0, 1, 7, -4, 6, 0, 6. Definitely first time I've seen it. It's poor topic. Yeah, it genuinely is. It's wild. Budgie, my G, good to see you, my friend. I hope you are well. I hope you are good. Hope you're having a grand old time. Budgie's a legend. Green Street Elites, big channel. Good times. 6, 3. 5, 3, 3, 0, 3, 3, 4. Do you ever pre-belt? I've never pre-belled. I know. I think I might have pre-belled once, but I don't remember what it was for. It's for a tense match, but I don't remember what it was for. 5, 5, 6, 5, 3. If the bell is something people want to go for, evening Bobby, then we can definitely take a dip into that. Daz has got a 6 currently. Happy New Year as well, my friend. Hope you well. 3, 3, 8, 5, 6, 8. It's weird because there is definitely more negative than there are positive here. Steve hides from Rhodes. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well. Feeling a 4 tonight. Fair enough. 5. Get the bell in now. 8. We'll be visiting Idaho. I am in fact in the holiday home of one Danny DeVito in North Idaho. That is definitely where I am, thanks to the archaic rules of not being able to watch the game legally. I'm a 9, a 16th of an inch. Very impressive, Celtic. Very impressive. Can I get a check on my chalk dinner? That's quick. You can. You can get a check on it. Just run in, just have a little gander, see what's going on. 6.2781. Fair. There's lots of and the Disabled Team Leeds fan. If you're looking for a Leeds perspective, definitely go subscribe to Stu. Stu does great work over there with Lee. You've got other Leeds fans on there. You've got West Ham fans on there as well who go on there regularly. I would highly recommend it. Hope you're good as a Leeds fan. I hope Suchek is someone fond of West Ham. What is Moyes doing? Don't know, mate. Do not know. Right. So there's a mixture. There is definitely a mixture of confidence levels. Definitely a mixture. There's some lower ones, some higher ones. I think in general, I probably am on the lower side. By the way, I have blocked it. I saw it late. I'm trying to scroll through. I was looking at the thing. I'm banning. I'm spam. Anything. It's just going. It's just going. But yeah, I'm pretty somewhere in the middle about it. By the way, if there is any mods in chat, I don't know if anyone is a mod in chat today. I can't remember. Feel free, if anything like that happens, just ban them straight away. Don't care, just get them gone. But let's have a look at sub bingo, shall we? Sub bingo is, of course, the game where we predict when David Moyes will make his first substitution. That is the bench. I'll have it wrong along the bottom of the screen. You only have to say exactly what time you think the sub will happen. But if you want to add a little bit of sauce on there, want to put a bit of like on there, then feel free to. I'm going to go 69 minutes as per usual. And I'm going to say, what's the most negative substitution he could do? What's the least inspiring one? I'm going to say Cresswell comes on for Paqueta. I'm going to say Cresswell for Paqueta. That's what I'm going to say. 69 minutes. 69 minutes. But let me know how you feel. Like I said, it's one of those ones where there's lots of confidence, lack of confidence. I can see it. By the way, the likes have gone absolutely wild. There's obviously 1,200 of you in here right now. There has been an insane amount, probably the most amount we've ever had for a build-up show, I believe. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. We usually aim I'll be honest with you, we usually aim for 300, and so we've already flown past that at 4.7. We're at 4.85 now. It's just skipped up again. So we're at house money now. Let's just see what we can do. Let's see where we can go. We're about to hit 500. Literally, we just hit 500. We're at 504. So we are absolutely flying. Let's just see where we get to. Can we hit 600 before the game starts? That would be an insane number. An absolutely insane number. We've got 11 minutes to hit it. I doubt it highly. Let's lower that expectation to 550 actually, because that's a bit mad. That's a bit mad. Although having said that, we are at 528. Well, we'll stick it at 550. We'll see where it goes. While we do that, let's have a look at some of these sub bingo predictions. I'll be interested to see in this one because again, it's going to depend on what formation we're playing. Are we playing 5 at the back? Are we playing 4 at the back? I would suspect it's 4 at the back, as I said to Geo, but I don't know. By the way, 542. Jesus. The likes are going wild. Let's have a gander. I'm scrolling up through the chat because it just skipped. Thank you very much, YouTube. It's really useful. 73rd minute, 69th, Ben Rama. Ooh, Nicola. He's not on, so it's because subbing him on, which is a bold prediction. Let's go with 65 minutes in. This game is West Ham can get something from. You need to start the game like you did versus Brentford, put one of them chances away. You'd hope so, Stu. The problem is we seem to have changed formation back to a back 4. We might not have. We might have kept that formation, and then maybe we have some hope in there. Although you doubt it, wouldn't you? Johnson for Paqueta, 77 minutes. Skamaka for Antonio, 64 minutes. Downs for Paqueta. Yeah. When I have low confidence, West Ham need to do well. P. Gans. Then hopefully today might be the day. 64 minutes for Benny, 54 minutes for Ben Rama for Fornals, Antonio for Skamaka, 63 minutes. 84 masterclass, seeing out a 3-0 loss, says Jonathan. Oof. 64 minutes, says Leonardo. 76 minute, says Sharky. 86 minute in honor of DG, says Major. 67th minute, Benny for Fornals. Ariola up the top, 70th minute. It's gonna be some interesting. Again, I'm just intrigued how this one's gonna play out because it doesn't seem to be obvious in any way, shape, or form. We're gonna get onto score predictions in just a few moments. Now we've gone through all the teams and stuff, but I feel like I can't predict this game. I was talking about this on Two Spanners earlier on the Patreon, right? I was talking about this. I can't figure out which way this game is gonna go because it could be positive. It could also be super negative, I expect West Ham to lose. I can't act like I don't, right? There is a vibe today that's just telling me that it's going to be a loss. Obviously, there's low confidence, everything else. I would suspect, without meaning to be harsh about it, that it probably would stress, James. Very stressed. That I probably... that we would probably lose. But at the same time, as Stu was just talking about, kebabs fly up KFC. Probably KFC buckets, although kebabs have more variety. But as Major will very much let you know, I still have not had a kebab. So maybe not. I can't decide which way this one's going to go. Because the part of my brain says this is a negative situation. West Ham are definitely going to lose. Leeds got a decent result last time out. Obviously, they're not in the best run of form, but they feel like that's sort of turning around to some extent. Whereas we obviously feel like we're only going downwards. We can't seem to buy a result at the moment. We've changed formations. We did well for 15 minutes, then got blitzed and then just got comprehensively beaten 2-0 by Brentford. It doesn't feel like entirely that there is just anything. To go for. But I can't act like you don't look at the team and go, that's a really talented team. And especially, I know, it's disgraceful, isn't it? It's absolutely disgraceful. And especially if we are to get something out of this game, these are good players. And so I genuinely can't figure out which way this one's going to go, which is hence me saying 1-1, which I feel like is a bit on the fence. And maybe when we are done going through the lineup, maybe I will change my mind on that, because that's usually what happens. That's usually what happens when we go through when we go through the score predictions later on in the stream. I start to change my mind on it. But for now, I just don't know. Bailey Ray is saying Skamaka, Rice and Ben Rama has to be leaving soon. No way he's staying with West Ham like this. Arthur saying if Southampton versus Forest we make it a tie or lose, Leeds will then be officially in the relegation zone, 18 at least. There's a lot of different permutations going around. LW's done with playing one up front. This could be Moyes' last game. I hope it's 40. Streams found in the description via Discord or download live player. There you go. Johnny Smith is giving you some info if you are looking for a way to watch the game, because of course this is one of those games where it's just not available for some reason. Then there are definitely ways you can go and do that. I decided I want to marry my wife now while having a KFC on my own. Working. True story. That's a beautiful story, Major. That's an absolutely beautiful story. My trustworthy friend is going confident. Fresh OJ. I've never had Sunny D, Budgie, which is wild. From me as well there. Never had Sunny D. There was also a question that Geo asked me to bring up, which I now see, which is Woody. Good to see you, Woody, by the way. I hope you're well. In the live chat. Lobbing in a, if you were Leeds manager, what would you be saying to the dressing room? Just probably laugh. I don't know. You'd probably just go, look, keep it tight. They're not going to score. And then, so with the betmate, for example, where I had, who did I have in the betmate? Let's put up the betmate because I can't actually remember who I had. Where is the betmate? That's a better question. Here, this one. I said, oh, that was it. I had Ben Rama, so I switched that out. I've put Ben Rama out and I've put Bowen in, and that's because I just don't. I've put Gnotto's in there as well. You know, I just can't see. I just can't see where they're that dangerous. I think if you keep it tight, paying them on the counter attack, we're done. We're done out here. Because we're not keeping it tight. We're not going to be able to stop people concede. We're not going to be able to stop them scoring. We're not going to not concede. Just keep it tight and you'll be fine. That's the real answer, isn't it? That's the real answer. I am with you. Positive vibes for David Gold coming on. Love to see it, Leon. Love to see that vibe. Let's go. A bit of positive vibes. I'm here for it. You got to try the original Sunny D's to die for. I was when it came out. I remember I was a kid when it came out, but I just never got on it. Merch that I designed, by the way. Drew myself, literally drew it. Available on hammerchatstore.com. That's where we're at as a stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's a couple minutes until kickoff, which means now is the time to ask you for your final score predictions. We've gone through the lineups. You've heard my opinion. You've heard Geo's opinion. You've heard Gonzo's opinion. You've been able to speak about it amongst yourselves. We've seen the subs. We've seen the starting 11. We've seen the whole thing. This is the time where I will say, let's see those final score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Ben, my G, how are you? Ben, if you are using any of the streams, by the way, that are in the Discord tonight, I'd like you to thank Affers. Ben himself does the Lord's work over there. I'm definitely in I'm in Danny's summer home in North Idaho, so I won't be needed then. I definitely won't be in there having a little cheeky gander. Not going to happen. What's the other thing? I need to do something. What do I need to do? I remember. And while you all lob those in, I'd like to thank you once more for watching. Thank you if you haven't already. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, because we are the only West Ham channel who last season did a watch along every single match day without fail. We were the only ones. We've only missed 2 since we started doing them, and I would love you to be a part of them. It doesn't happen without you, because I do it by myself, so I need you here. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, because of course we are in January. Lots of transfer stuff coming up, as well as potentially new manager stuff coming up. So make sure you don't miss out on any of those videos, and like the video while you're down there. Like I said, we're on for a record-breaking one right now. I said, well, could we hit 600? We are disgracefully close. We are disgraceful. We are at 579 right now. We could hit 600 before the match even began. So, you know, that could be going wild. It could be going absolutely ham. We just need something. Dean, check your DMs. I've just sent you a DM, mate. Yeah. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at these last score predictions while we get ready for the match, which is just around the corner. We, of course, have a little timer in the top corner. So if you want to know how far behind or ahead of you I am, it'll probably be behind today. That's the way this thing go. Then have a look at the top corner. It will let you know. 4-0, 4-0. 8-1. 2-1, says Keith. 2-1. 3-0 Paqueta hat-trick. Love that vibe. 3-1. 1-0. 1-1. 3-2 defeat Bowen Brace. 3-1 says Athers. We're going with 2-0 Leeds. 2-2. 1-0. 2-0. 3-0. 3-1. 2-0. 2-2. 7-3. Jesus, James. 1-1. Wild movements, James. 1-1. 5-1. West Ham, a massive dubs incoming. Let's go, M. Collingwood. You love to see it. Pardon me. 2-2, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, 2-0, 2-0, 3-3, 2-2, 1-0, 1-0, 2-2. May or may I couldn't possibly comment. I couldn't possibly comment, N. Thornton. He's not wrong. 4-4, sorry, 4-0, 4-0 the other way. 2-0. Thank you very much, just young. Very kind of you to say. 2-1. Lots of score predictions. 4 or 3-1 to the Irons. Dave, I love that vibe. And as I said, but have you seen it? Clips. It's back. I've only seen the first episode yesterday. I know it's all on iPlayer. Have you seen it? Sorry. That's something for another time. Lots of score predictions. Thank you very much for everyone. Like I said, if you are watching, we massively appreciate it. Right, let's see if I can actually find my way to watching it. Because it is, of course, on the North Idaho TV network, which means, you know, this will be a fun experience for me trying to figure out where. Thank you very much, Dean. That's very kind of you. Just in case anything kicks off. Where's the button? Dean is now a mod, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, we have a new spanner. His name is Dean Marsh. Any Dean, I trust in your judgments. Any spammers want to start, get shot. Early doors. Tell him to do one. I trust you. Also, thank you. I really appreciate it. I massively appreciate it. Thank you. Right. I'm going to try and be finding something. Like I said, the timer in the top corner will let you know exactly how far behind or in front of you I am. Which will be live in just a moment. We hope. I hope. Ting, ting, ting. There's my internet just going absolutely bananas. I am surprised. I'll be honest with you. I am pretty surprised at the lineup David Moyes ended up going with. I felt like he wouldn't. I felt like he would have. He would have. I don't know. We'll have, like I say, we'll have to see how it ends up playing out. That's one that we'll just have to see how it ends up playing out, because maybe, just maybe, it will be fine. But the fact that I think he has gone to the 4 is a bit wild. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a timer like this because, it's gone to 100. That's a problem that only happens every so often. What a time to be alive. Let's fix that for a start. Today is going very strongly, ladies and gentlemen. It is going very strongly. There we go. We'll start it just to be clear that the match has kicked off, even though the North Idaho TV network is currently doing its thing. But like I said, I do think it is a 4 at the back. It's stressful to me that it is. I wouldn't have thought he would have done it. I would have thought he would have stayed true. But yet here we are in a situation where he seems to have gone straight back to that in a very annoying fashion. But what can you do? Okay, there we go. Let's see how this ends up going up. But West Ham are on the attack down the right-hand side with Jared Bowen. He's taking on Stritch, tries to lay it in towards Paqueta. Let's go with Paqueta. I can now officially confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that there is definitely, there is definitely a way you could watch it. That's all I'll say. There is definitely a way to watch it, is all I can say. Let me fix this to be accurate from where I'm at as well, and then just hope we stay true, ladies and gentlemen. Just hope we stay true. But I'm trying to look at the formation, trying to figure out exactly where we're sort of at with that. Are we playing? I mean, that is a hospital pass from Kera. Aronson goes flying through. That looks like a good tackle to me from Nathan Agard himself. That was a decent challenge. I think it was actually Rodrigo who went flying through. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was. At first, I thought it was Aronson, but it seemed to have been. Yeah, it was Rodrigo. Really good tackle from Nathan Agard. Naya Agard, that was a really nice last-ditch challenge. Just getting in, round the back, clean as you like. It's going to be a corner to Leeds out wide on the left-hand side. Very good tackle, though. Very good tackle. So their number 8's going to take it. Can't remember what player that is. Forgive me. Fabianski in goal. It's played in. Thankfully, their corner apparently is just as bad as ours. Gets nodded out by the first man. Trying to figure out the formation as we go. I mean, if it helps, Skamaka's definitely up front. We can say that. They pass it all the way back to Melier. Looking for Gonzo. Can't quite find him. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I'm going to go Gonzo, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It does... I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. It does look like a back four to me. It does look like a back four with Kera at left back. I'm trying to figure it out. Tyler Adams on the ball there. Plays it across to Rocker. But I'm looking at it. Ooh, it looks like a 4-3-3 to me. It looks like a 4-3-3 with Paqueta and Fornals just in sort of on either side of Rice. Gnotto, that's a really nice ball out wide to Luke Ayling. Not a bad ball in, but thankfully again does well to just sort of keep it calm and down, and it's got away from Thomas Souček. I say Paqueta, maybe not, because Souček's there. Interesting. I'm trying to figure it out as it goes, but it does sort of seem to be. Maybe it is a. Do you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I honestly don't know. I'm pretty certain it is a back four. That shape screams back four to me. That shape screams back four. It looks like a 4-3-3 type thing at least, with Rice, Souček, and Paqueta in the middle, with Fornals wide on the left, Bowen wide on the right. Unsurprisingly, nice pressure there from Lucas Paqueta. Max is saying it's a 4-3-3. Paqueta, Rice, and Souček all very close together. This is a great opportunity. Skamaka's there. Cut on the inside. Hit it. Oh. You can't get the shot away. That's a really nice opportunity for Skamaka. It comes to him in the box. Yeah, it screams of lack of confidence on that one, Mr. Ibase. That is not something a confident player does. He's bad, awkward opportunity created just from awkwardness from Leeds. Bad header, and he just completely gets caught up underneath himself, and instead of just smacking it, which is something he tends to do from all sort of ranges, he tries to skip inside onto his strong foot, and it just never gets away from him. That's poor. That's a really good opportunity he's missed out there. Really good opportunity. He should have done a lot better. Should have said a lot better. It is definitely a back four. I was right about that. Me and Geo were talking about it before the game. It's a free kick to Leeds in the middle of the park. It is definitely a back four. We can 100% say that, and it does feel like a 4-3-3 to me. Ahmet saying 4-2-3-1. I could see the argument. I mean, Paqueta is definitely a little bit more loose than the other two are. But the big indicator to me is that Souček is on the left-hand side and Rice is on the right of him. Usually they're switched over. Usually you'd see Souček as the right defensive midfielder and Rice as the left defensive midfielder. And so the fact they're switched around, and yeah, in fact, I'm saying it's a 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-3, which is I'm sort of okay with. I'm sort of all right with as a formation, if we're being honest. I would have preferred to have seen the back three under David Moyes, but 4-3-3, it's worked last time. That's a little dink away from Leeds. That's done well. He finds it out to Gnotto out wide on this left-hand side. Tries to put it in. That's good defending there from, not sure who, Declan Rice, I think it was. Gnotto? I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with 4-3-3. I'm making the call. Rice in the centre, Souček to the left of him, and Paqueta to the right of him. Bowen wide right, Fornals wide left. Obviously, when it goes into a defensive mode, it's very flat. It's a 4-5-1. Obviously, that's just the way these things go. Agard is definitely left centre back. It's Agard at left centre back, and it's Kera at left back. Care at left back. Jaden, hope you're well. I couldn't possibly say how I was watching the game. They're definitely not any sort of way you can say it. You know. As my thing stops, you'll have to see it. Free kick to West Ham in the middle of the park. Declan Rice getting clobbered. I think it was... Not sure who it was. Kera just talking to the referee. Yeah, it was Rodrigo. Oh, it was very high foot. Very high foot from Rodrigo. Very high foot. Ends up kicking Rice in the side of the face there. Rice battling for it. And it's very high. I'm surprised there's no yellow there. I mean, it's early in the game. It's definitely, obviously a mistake. He's not meaning to just studs Declan Rice in the side of the face. But, yeah, yellow card now for Rodrigo. I was going to say, I was surprised there wouldn't have been a yellow. I thought it would have been, maybe the only reason I would have thought maybe not is just because it was a bit early. But that was a definite yellow for me. I mean, he's literally studsed him in the face. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He has studsed him in the face. Studs, face. Like that. Clean as you like. You know, in fact, while we wait for Rice to get back up, because I'm sure he will, right? Rice, Rodrigo, okay? Studs. Hang on. How do I do this? Studs in the face. Right? In the face. Like that. Like that. One more time, just in case you missed it. Studs. Right? In the face. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thank you. That was a lot. That was a lot for me. That was a lot for me. You missed studs in the face. You missed studs in the face, Richard. It's a 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-3. Studs in the face. It's a 4-3-3. Richard. Kera is playing left back. Paqueta, Rice, and Souček in midfield. You know. Don't know what else to say. I need something, mate. I need something. No, studs to the face, mate. Yeah, it was studs in the face. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I've just come back from COVID. This isn't good for me. This isn't good, Darren. You're not wrong. This isn't good for me. I've just come back from COVID. I can't be getting into some of these sort of shenanigans right now. Danny Dyer, good to see you, my friend. DDCH, good to see you. DDP Yoga. The worst thing is, I have actually considered doing that in the past. You know, I've seen what it's done to like Jake the Snake Roberts and people like that, and I'm like, I could do a bit of that. You know, hit the bang. I could do a bit of that. Bloody hell. Right. Don't tempt me, Mark. I'll put it on the Patreon. Maybe it's a slow day. Maybe if it's a slow day, nothing really much going on, could make a little video, lob it up on the channel. Clickbait thumbnail. Fat man loses weight. Incredibly flexible fat man does unbelievable stretch or something. I don't know. You know. Fat West Ham yoga, open brackets, gone wrong, close brackets. I'm just saying. I think that could bang. You know? Anyway. West Ham are on the ball. Declan Rice thankfully back up, laying it across to the left-hand side to Vladimir. It's so foul. Gerd does well to find... See, this is the thing Gerd's really good at, is under pressure. Oh, nice back heel from Pablo Fornals. And we'll take that as a throw-in, because to be honest with you, we're going down a dead end. But that's what Aguirre's really good at there. Leeds tried to press him, and he just kept calm and find a really nice pass outwards. Don't get me wrong, they then instantly went for Kara, who, again, is good under pressure with the ball. If the ball is not at his feet and he's under pressure, it's a bad old time. But under pressure with the ball, then that's a great thing. That's a great thing. And then we end up flicking it forward by Fabio Fornal's back heel on to throw in. We've managed to throw in our way, American football style, or sorry, rugby style, even up the pitch. Out wide to Kara, who whips in. I'll tell you what, a vicious ball with his left foot. Rice decides to go for okay. Rice thought, I'm going to go for this. And it was probably a bad shout. Nice thinking. No one there, just over the top of Souček. It was a nice idea. Kara picks up again at the far side. Finds Baguette. It was a nice ball through to Kara. Can't quite get there. We'll do it. That was okay. That was all right. It doesn't work out in a shot. Well, it does. One. And it was Rice going for a mad volley. But that was all right. A little bit. The technique wasn't there, but the intent was. The intent was, oh, that's bad from Leeds again. Straight into the path of Fornals. Wins the corner. We'll take that. I tell you what, Leeds are sloppy at the back. Leeds are sloppy at the back. There's definitely something there. I did also see in the chat, I can't find the comment now, but I did see someone ask about Sasha Banks. I have not watched all the Wrestling Kingdom yet. I've only seen a bit of it, but I have seen her bit. She really struggled with that. I think she was really thrown off by the fact she could hear her promo so prominently. I don't know. The echo seemed to really, really throw her off. And then there was the actual finisher, which didn't go perfectly well. We'll see. I suspect, though, that match sounds great. Even if the build for it was a bit wonky. But, you know, I'll take it. I'm trying. Come on, the internet. Don't let me down. Bruce. As the ELO song goes. Am I making ELO references? Is that where we're at today? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hammer size. Oh, I'm tempted. To be fair, Dave, that's just what the crowds sound like in Japan, if we're being honest about it. That's what they always sound like, you know? They never... They don't get loud until... They find certain things, they go loud for certain things, and then towards the end of matches, they get louder and louder. But stuff like that, they very rarely pop in a major way for. Unless you're like Chris Jericho turning up, it's just not... My thing just skipped forward 30 seconds, and apparently Notto went down under a foul from Jared Bowen. So that's fun. Mr. Clarence Bruce, there we go. We have started on the front foot. I'd say it's a positive start. In general, it's a positive start. Obviously, nothing quite coming of it yet, but in general, that's a positive start from us. We'll be taking that. Mine's broken a little bit. We'll see what happens. And we're looking a little bit more... Gnotto goes down. Just a little collision with Rice, nothing doing there. The 4-3-3, it does look good for us. It does look good for us. And I tell you what, including Souček means he can get into those advanced areas when the ball comes through. When the ball comes through, it looks all right. I'm slightly ahead of that as well. I'm just leaving it because I know eventually it will skip back slightly. I'm on 33 now, 34, 35, so I'm like 3 seconds ahead on it. I keep considering it. My problem is things keep getting in the way. They did release another level. I never finished that level. They did release another level. If I really want to just hate myself, I will play Alt F4 again. Marshall, good to see you. There are definitely ways you can watch it, my friend. Have a little gander on your screen right now. Rice. I like the 4-3-3. And I know, like, ideally with a 4-3-3, I would want to see Rice with Fornals and Paqueta in and around them. That would be the ideal. But I tell you what, 4-3-3 specifically with this, I'm not against. I'm not against at all. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's not beautiful, but it does allow Souček to get in the area for crosses, which is something we've lacked for a long time. And with a 4-2-3-1, we've just completely not seen happen. And so I'm quite into that idea, you know? I'm quite into that. Again, maybe I might be reaching. My stream's just gone down. I mean, the North Idaho TV network has just gone down. Oh, no, it's back. Left. More time to be live. I might be reaching, but, you know. And again, Jared Bowen with a cross from the right-hand side and Souček arriving there. That's a good thing. Listen, it's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life, but it is adding an element of danger to us that we have not had for a long, long time. In fact, if I'm David Moyes, I'm watching this 4-3-3 so far and I'm thinking this is the way forward. And Leeds, I'll be honest with you, have been sloppy enough at the back to where we've had the opportunity. What's the like record? Did we hit like 900 once? I can't remember. I feel like we hit 900 once. Or did we get to 1,000? I can't remember. James, it was last season at some point. I seem to remember it happening. Don't remember what it was, though. Don't remember what it was. Now, apparently, the North Idaho TV network is just audio. Which is a development. I could hear the name Rocker, if that helps. I wish you could hear what I could hear right now. It's going hog wild. Bring back the orange. That was my lucky charm. Listen, my doctor says no, and I should probably listen to the doctor in that sense. I think we hit over 1,000 Europa League game. That's what I'm thinking, Logan. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what we're at now, but I feel like 1,000 is a stretch. Having said that, we're at 638 right now. I can see again. We're at 638 right now. So maybe not. Maybe if I just keep saying, like the video, please. Like the video. There's over 700 of you in here right now. If you all like the video, then maybe we get there. I don't know. But yeah, no, my doctor says no, so I probably shouldn't. Like I say, baby bells are in fact available, but if the doctor warned me against it, so I probably shouldn't. Bloody hell. Although they did come there would be a significant portion, I don't know how many, but a significant portion will have come after the fact as well, you know? I've liked the video 5 times. Thank you, DC. It's very kind of you. It's very kind of you to say. 800 likes for a double bell. Where are we at? 6. Where it's bloody hell, we've gone up to 660. I tell you what. If we hit 800, I will eat 2 bells. I'll stack them like a sandwich, and I'll just shove them both in my mouth at once. Now, is that something you want to see? You tell me. You tell me. I can't tell. I've got no clue. Leeds in a good position forward, trying to find some sort of way to break into the box right now. Not working. Just like the North Idaho TV network. Liam, check the link in the description below. Join our Discord. There's definitely a place there on stream links on the right hand side, left hand side. Sorry. Go for it. Listen. Never ever twerking. You got the wrong guy stuck around doing these to do that sort of nonsense. You just saw me kick a man in the head. You want me to twerk? You just saw studs to face, mate. That's about as much as you think I'm able. Do you think I'm able to what? Nah, not happening, mate. Good deception for Declan Rice. You think I'm able to do that? Crazy talk. Kara, that's bad. Gerd comes out and covers for him well. Again, I do feel a bit sorry for him. He's on the wrong side. Twerk at 2K. Okay, fair enough. No, my name. No. Oh, that's a good ball in. Fabianski, he gets a hand to it, but he can't get complete control over it. Tyler Adams goes down. Leeds maintain possession of the ball, but the referee decides there's no advantage played, so it's going to be a free kick about 25 yards away from goal. Pretty central there under the challenge on the Tyler Adams. I'll say that. No, Mai. If we hit 2,000 likes on this specific stream, I will twerk. But we have to hit 2,000 on this, not just on this specific one. This one right here. If we hit 2,000 by the end of stoppage time in this game, I will twerk. Them's the rules. Looking for a hit from range. Gnotto, both running over it. Dinked. It's probably overplayed there. Probably overplayed. Look, I'm not saying it's great. I'm far from saying it's great, Smeet. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying that this is the best football you've ever seen West Ham play. Far from it, right? It's not. But it's not awful. I'll give it that much. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I think it's doing all right. I think we're doing okay. You know, the 4-3-3 is interesting. I think as time goes on, Leeds are certainly getting a little bit more into the match, which is not something you want to see. That's not ideal. But in general, it's not awful. It's not awful. It's just not ideal. It's just not ideal. But from a generic standpoint, I'm not screaming about this yet. I'm not super angry about it yet. I think we're doing okay. Having said that, Jesus Christ. Having said that, I currently can't see it, so who knows? Who knows? Not me. Not me. Okay, we're back. So Ailing's going to take a throw on the wide on the right hand side. From the early stages, we started well. Again, I don't want to let what I'm worried about is that maybe it's another situation where we have opening 15-20 minutes where we're doing well and then it crumbles. That's kind of my big concern at this point. Craig Dawson with the interception. To be fair, it was interception. It was kicked right in. Soufal, it was a bold idea to try and flick that forward into the path of Jared Bowen. Bowen manages to battle and wins a throw, and we'll take that. It's not ideal, but we'll take it. My concern is that opening 15-20 minutes as well will disappear and Leeds will start getting into the game, which they have a little bit, but we're still doing okay. They look really shaky. Paqueta and Soufal not linking up very well there at the back. Sorry, I say it at the back, at the front, even. At the front, not teaming up very well at all. I want to make sure, though, I just want it to be a situation in which we capitalise, because they look shaky at the back, and they've given us a couple of really good opportunities. The Skamaka one sticks out in my head as one that someone who's in form or with confidence would have taken quite happily. I'll tell you what, it's nice control from Kera. The ball forward is completely insane, but the nice control round was nice. And so I wanna put us in a situation where I just want us to take one of these opportunities, because I think they've gifted us a couple and we've not taken them, more from lack of confidence than anything, and that's not being great. I should also say, by the way, obviously Stu's in here, the disabled team, he's a Leeds fan. No matter which way it ends up going round, no matter if they end up scoring, we end up scoring, whatever it is, don't try and have arguments. Stu's a lovely man. Stu's a beautiful man, and he doesn't mean he means no harm to anyone ever. And so I don't want to see any of that. Leeds player goes down in the air. It dinks over. I think it's going to be I suspect it's going to be a goal kick. Who is it who went down? I'm not sure. Someone went down. Somerville trying to attack the back post there. Rodrigo does well on the ball, lays it down to Ailing on the overlap, who puts in a sort of lofted ball looking for Somerville at the back, and Soufal's header is awful, but it bounces off Somerville, so I guess we'll take that. It's going to be a goal kick to Lucas Fabianski. Big boot up the pitch. We've gone full on long ball. We're looking for Thomas Souček, unsurprisingly. Rodrigo drops deep. Pass is cut up by Thomas Souček more through just standing there than anything else, if we're being honest. Long throw forward by Ayling, nodded down towards Gnotto. Or Notto, don't know how to pronounce his name. Laid short, that's a nice ball through to Notto. Finishes it really nicely, it's 1-0. That's a really nice finish. That's a really nice finish. It's Leeds 1-0. It's Leeds 1-0. There's no debate there. It's not, oh, is it offside, is it onside, anything like that. It's just a really nice goal. The through ball through was really nice. He gets found really well. Not sure who by, but he finds him really nice. It's a nice run. That's way too easy. And it comes from a throw-in as well. Nodded down by Rodrigo into Notto, who sprints into the space. Really nice 1-2 with Somerville. And it's a good finish. It's not an unreal finish. It's not the most incredible finish you've ever seen. There's plenty of times where that could have been cut out and stopped. But it is indeed 1-0 to Leeds. It is indeed 1-0 to Leeds, and that is incredibly annoying. I mean, look, we were literally just talking about not wasting the opportunities they literally gave us. And fair play to Leeds, because that's a nice goal. Coming from a throw-in again. Not as directly as the last one, but no doubt that'll be an excuse. Commentator there was just saying that David Moyes is looking at a monitor to try and figure out where that went wrong. I'll tell you where it went wrong, Dave. Everywhere. There was at no point did it go right anywhere. There was no player there. There was at no point did that look, oh, that went well. It's just all of it bad. Passed right through the middle of us as well. Right through the middle of us. That's so annoying. He literally just passed. Like, Notto runs the length of the pitch sideways, lays it off to Somerville, makes just very obviously for a run too, runs behind the defenders, and Somerville just passes it very cleanly through the space. And like I said, it is a good finish. I'm not going to act like it isn't a good finish, because it is a good finish. It's not unreal. It's not unsavable, but it's just defensively, we are all over the shop, and Notto's just had another opportunity there. It's skipping about. The North Idaho TV network is skipping about right now, but they've just done the exact. He's just found another space for him. And we're giving him so much space because of how it's the same thing is happening again, where we are so compressed and squished inwards that the wide players like Notto, is how I'm going to say it, just has so much space to play in, man. Just so much space to play in. And it's very bad. It's very bad. It's so predictable. Notto cost them 5 mil. Yeah, I know. I heard that earlier. Young as well. Young. Exciting players. Nyonto. Thank you very much, James. Nyonto. There we go. I've got it now. Nyonto. Thank you very much. I'm very stupid. And it took me someone literally phonetically spelling it out, but we're there. Nyonto. Thank you. Leeds passing it around. Again, we're just a bit too passive. We've seen how concerned they were We've seen how if you push them just a little bit, their passing is a bit wonky, and we just need to get on them a little bit. This is a little bit better now. Just step to them a little bit further. I know the second they get to the halfway line and near it, we want to scream backwards to get into defensive positionings, which is the big problem there. I know that. But if we can just get now, here, look, they're passing it around to the back and they're getting increasingly risky, and instantly they give away a throw-in. That's what I want to see. Step to them, push them, get on them, because they are not comfortable passing it around at the back at all. At all. They're not comfortable with it. We need wing backs quite badly. Fullbacks is a big issue for us. It's a huge issue for us. We're playing Kehrer at left back today, which is just madness. He seemed absolutely useless at right back, and now we're playing him at left back. Like, we've got how many fullback, how many right backs have we got, or left backs? Sorry, have we got on the bench? We've got Cresswell, we've got Johnson, we've got Emerson, we've got 3. Johnson obviously is not a first choice left back or anything, but he's certainly someone who could play left back, and we've got 3 of them on the bench. We decided to play Kehrer there, and I'm not for a second blaming that on just Kehrer, by the way. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the fact that we've got that many in that position, and we've decided to go with the guy who literally is maybe defensively one of the worst left backs I've ever seen, or worst right backs I've seen at West Ham, is just kind of crazy to me. And it's not a shock that the goal came directly from that side. Again, I'm not blaming him for it. I'm just saying whoever is the manager going forward, it doesn't matter whether it's David Moyes or anyone else, the fullbacks need sorting, and they have for a long time, and we just consistently ignore it. Kufau's got progressively worse throughout the last 12 to 18 months. He's just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Trying to figure out what's happening, but my thing's skipping around a bit, so I can't tell. I just heard the word great opportunity for Aronson, which doesn't bode well. We have Sufal, who's got progressively worse. We have Johnson, who's fine. I don't know what else to say about him. He's fine. He's a good squad player, I guess. He's not someone you'd want to start on either side, but he's a good squad player. You've got Cresswell, who, to be fair, I think has done well despite himself. I think you're seeing the last gasps around Cresswell. I think he's done relatively well, but even then, we've seen some incredibly high-profile mistakes. You've got Emerson, who, whatever, like, it's just not. Oh, that's really nicely done from Skamaka, trying to find Thomas Souček, and it's well defended by Leeds. Souček battles for it. He probably should have let it go out for a throw, and I'm not going to lie, not that it would have helped us, and Leeds can come away with the ball. That's going to be a throw. It's going to be a throw-in. We'll take that. I thought that was a foul, but we'll take the throw-in. I'm not sure how that's happened, but we'll take it. I think Paqueta and Benrahma should both start. There's other questions to be raised about the starting 11. To be fair, there's lots of questions to be raised about the team in general. Just consistent questions to be asked about team selection, if we're being honest about it. Going to see a long throw from Kehrer on the left-hand side. Can't find Skamaka at the front post. It wasn't that long. It wasn't particularly long either. And Kehra's cross on the follow-up goes way, way out. Give me a goal kick to Leeds. Whoever's in charge. I'm just looking at the replay again. Rodrigo nods it down to Gnonto. Gnonto. Who is that? Is that Dawson? Yes, Dawson. Dawson, he just walks behind. He just walks behind Dawson. Again, I don't want to blame Dawson. There's so the idea of like the guy was saying, oh, he's looking for what went wrong there, bro. There's nothing went right. Nothing even went remotely right for that. It's just not even close to coming right. I'm not going to sit here and blame any one particular person, but Jesus Christ. It's a really nice ball from Fornals there. Almost worked out. Good cross into the path of Paqueta, but couldn't quite find it. Yeah, not surprising, Liam. Not surprising. It's good to see you, by the way, Liam, in the two Spanish chat earlier. Appreciate it. Bro, there is definitely a place you can find links to watch the game, my friend. And I can tell you from experience, I can tell you from experience that they are working. My opinion may have changed since the end of the last game, Jordan. I'll tell you that much. Fornals trying to hook it out. Oh, Meslier comes flying out. He does well, to be fair. So foul. No, hits the top of the net. It was bloody closer than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. But Meslier comes flying out to try and stop. Fornals just sort of hooks it in towards the area, and under pressure from Jarrod Bowen, who's steaming onto it. Meslier does well to come out and get it, but it's just one of those sort of like screaming full force, full stretch clearance, knocks it flying backwards, and Soufal, who gets onto it first, just punts it from range. It was never going to happen. It was never going to happen. But he tried it. He tried it. But it was never happening. It's a good opportunity again. Fornals trying to press, can't quite get there in there. Leeds are just giving us the opportunity. When you press them, they're so obviously there for the press. They're passing it around at the back just suicidally right now, and there's so much opportunity for us to take up. If we just show a little bit of, zeal, we can get in there, man. I'm having an annoying time right now. Again, just press them, push them. They look so uncomfortable on the ball. They look so uncomfortable on the ball. Yeah. 'Leeds has now managed to avoid our press, but again, their passing's just all over the shop. It was an awful pass back, all the way to Meslier, who then pumps it long. Ayling nods it on to Aronson. Gerd, who's looked all right today. I mean, I'd need to look at the goal again, but he's done all right. Just lays it short there. Thomas Souček looking for a big crossfield diag. Was not happening. 5 minutes left. It's going to be a free kick for us. Deep in their area. Well, not deep in their area, just in their half. Fornals is going to take. Big men are forwards. From their left-hand side. Bring back Pellegrini. James. Crazy talk. He lays it short. My thing stops. Please. Dinked in. Fornals is there at the far side. Can't quite get there. Nodded in. Souček. Oh my god. Oh, he ends up in, but he's about a mile offside. That was never happening. He was about a mile offside, but it almost happened. Jarrod Bowen on the right manages to dink it across. Pablo Fornals can't quite get a solid connection with it coming back across. Little bit of tennis, and Souček is about 800 miles offside. Call him Eminem because he is 8 mile offside. That was not good. Ignore I ever said that. I tell you what, he's not that far offside. The left back almost. I don't know if it's the left back or left wing or whoever it was. Almost let it in, but it doesn't quite get there. Meslier is going to clear up the pitch from the resulting free kick. Again, if we can just get on them, they're all over the shop at the back. Their passing is so unsure. Aronson tried to play it forward again with a nice interception. Souček, nice kick down. Finds Skamaka. This is a really good opportunity. He's got Fornals in the centre. It's Paqueta in the centre. It's awful play, but it lands at the feet of Jarrod Bowen, who I think might have just won another penalty. Paqueta lays it short. Fornals just wide. Is that a pen? I mean, the referee, I guess, could say it was... I don't know. I'm not looking at the chat. That looked like a pen as clear as day. That looked like Jarrod Bowen winning another penalty for West Ham. Pablo Fornals, somehow, by the way, has missed a shot in the midst of all that. Skamaka comes flying forward down the left-hand side. The ball across is god-awful, and Jarrod Bowen is there. That is a clear penalty. Paqueta lays it short to Pablo Fornals, who tries to just pass it in, completely misses it. That is a clear... If that's going to VAR, that is a penalty against Struick. Again, I'm not looking at chat because I know there will be spoilers in there, but that's a penalty. That's such a clear and obvious penalty. There's no way, if this is going to VAR, there is no way that isn't a pen. They're checking, but it's a pen. Jarrod Bowen not only gets a touch ahead of Struick doesn't touch the ball at all and completely takes out Jarrod Bowen. It doesn't even get a touch on him. Oh, not now, stream, not now. Please. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Okay, I'm seeing the words official, it's a pen in chat. I'm seeing the words official, it's a pen in chat. I've had to look. Come on. Yeah, he's going to look at the boards. He's going to look at the board. Again, I cannot see how he wouldn't have given that. Second, it went to VAR. It had to be. The only thing I could have said is that he played advantage, because there was advantage and we did get a shot away. It just went completely wide. It was like, that's the only thing I could have even begin to think about, the fact that it wouldn't be a pen. But apart from that, I mean, that was as clear a pen as you're ever going to see. That was even, I would argue, that's more clear than the one we got against Arsenal with Jarrod Bowen won. To be honest. Yeah, referees just pointed to the spot on my thing. Oh my god, please. Who's going to take it, though? I've just realised. Paqueta? Who's on the pitch? Who could take it? Paqueta could take it. Craig Dawson. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be against Craig Dawson just smashing it in. I wouldn't be against Craig Dawson just smacking it in. I think it's going to be Paqueta. He seems to have the ball in his hands. I keep refreshing because it keeps clicking. So I think it's going to be Paqueta. Come on, please, just for once. Just for right now, this second. This is the only time I need you to make work. Right now. It is Paqueta. He steps up, takes a couple of steps back. Commentator just said he's yet to score. I didn't even think about that. He hasn't scored yet. He's going to take it with his left foot. Not that that matters. Not now. God, this is the most annoying thing in the world. Yes, come on. 1-1. We take it. Do we deserve it? Probably, maybe. I can't say we don't, but it's in. That's all that matters. It's Leeds 1, West Ham 1. We'll take that. It was, well, again, they're just there for the taking, man. Defensively, Leeds are there for the taking tonight. I cannot stress this enough. They are all over the shop defensively. They second we press them and put them under any pressure, it happens. Paqueta with a little stutter and then just slots it in. We'll take that. It's a good penalty as well, to be fair. Little stutter and then just puts it right in that top corner. That is a nice penalty. That is a very nice penalty. We've been better, but toothless attack. That's probably the way I would word it. That's a really nice pen. Come on. Right. Now's the time to build it. Have a bit of bravery. Go for this and we can get this win. They are stressy at the back. They are not comfortable at all on the ball at the back. And if you just pressurize them a little bit, just get on them a little bit, they make mistakes. And that was a mistake. You know what I mean? They didn't need to have that, and yet here we go. Didn't even look at the ball. It was real good, Dylan. He's not even looking at the ball, looking the opposite side the entire time. To be fair to Melia, he goes the right way, but when it's that high up in the top corner, then you can't really do much about it. That's a really nice penalty. Right, and 3 minutes of stoppage time. We've got a minute and a half to go. They're dangerous when they come at us. Leeds are dangerous when they come at us. We need to be aware of that, but we can't shirk it. We can't get scared and go. We can't get scared and go into ourselves because they're dangerous going forward. They are so susceptible at the back that we have to make it count. We have to put it on them. Big League One Liam's down. You know it's bad when Liam Cooper's down. What's truly crazy is if you take a step back and think, West Ham has world-class players with the right manager should be top 6. Yeah, pushing for Europe every season. Yes, definitely. Yeah, a little squash between Fornals and Souček there from Cooper. I don't think there was any harm in it. He's back up and moving as well. You can't keep League One Liam down. Gave him the eyes as well. He did. He just wasn't even looking. He was just staring in the opposite direction. If this is the pen, he's just like, and then kicks it that way. It's a very, very good penalty. Little bit careful. I can't lie. I think we can win this match. This match is eminently there for the taking. This match is 1000% there for the taking. Leeds players are really nice on the ball. There's a lot of technical ability on the ball that Leeds have. Like when you see them moving about, they're really good. I believe the halftime whistle was about to go because we are joined by the one and only Geo Mackie. Geo, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, Charlie. I'm feeling really good because we've literally just equalised. Piquet has just scored, so my emotions are higher had we scored in the first minute, and then we saw I'd come on here really angry. So I'm feeling good at the minute because of that, but I'm trying to sort of calm myself down. No. Moyes has got this wrong. He's got off with it. We've been given a bit of luck. Well, I say a bit of luck. It was a penalty. It was a Stonewall pen. But we've got that. We've got off with the first half. The line-up's wrong. We've got away with it. It's 1-1. We're going into the break on a bit of a high. Leeds are on a bit of a downer. We have to take advantage of this feeling. We have to take advantage of this momentum we've just gained ourselves. Moyes needs to be decisive. I don't think he will. I think 1, possibly 2 substitutions could or should occur at half-time. And get on the front foot, get out there and attack Leeds United. This is not a good... We've not been playing well, but yet Leeds haven't particularly dominated the game or anything like that. It's not a great Leeds side. We can win this game. It's down to the managers, plural, including our one. He needs to do something at halftime because we're very fortunate to have scored a goal in that half.
Yes, I would agree with you in a lot of ways. I would say it's impossible for David Moyes to get it fully right now. I think formation-wise, 4-3-3 I would go with, I think is the correct thing.
I don't think the formation's the incorrect thing. I think it's the people in the formation that's incorrect.
Who would you out of...
Oh, mate, I'd have Kehrer off.
Apart from Thilo Kehrer, which is maybe the most obviously stupid thing. I mean, before we went live today, me and Geo were literally laughing out loud.
Yeah,
at the fact that he was playing at left
back. I would be doing 2 subs at halftime, Charlie. I'd be removing Kehrer. Unsure if I'd like to see Johnson or Creswell. Possibly even Emerson, really. I think I'd understand any of the 3 coming on in his place, to be honest with you. Okay. I think it just depends how you wish to attack that left-hand side. But given my other change... I think I'd probably opt for Ben Johnson just for a little bit of safety. You can always change it if you need to. My other change, I'd take Souček off and bring on Said Benrahma and then put Fornals into the middle of the pitch.
I would keep on Souček. I think this is the one time in a long time I've seen him getting into the box. And I think we are... Yeah, this but formation the problem is, Charlie, directly responsible for that.
Yes, but we barely crossed it.
Yeah, but we can't. We will cross the ball. Just because we're bad at creating doesn't mean taking off Tom Souček is not going to make us good at creating. This is David Moyes West Ham we're talking about. I think realistically, you look at it and you go, right, I think we're going to get the ball in. This is the one time. I think when you look at where we're going to get goals from in open play, that's one of the few places we're going to get them.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Skamaka's looking quite good. Charlie, he created that chance that led to the penalty. Fanal should have scored that goal. Fanal's is very fortunate that that's a penalty.
Yeah,
otherwise that was a horrific miss, right? But the point is, that's a chance there. You know, Bowen then Fanal's. We've had Skamaka's involved in anything good going forward. Our crosses have been poor so far. The one cross that almost came off was Fanal's looking for Paqueta. Nothing to do with Souček. I think that's the two changes I would make. I would be changing the left back situation because it is a situation that we've got there. If I'm Jesse Marsh at halftime, I'm changing my team to target Tilo Kehrer in the second half. I'm looking at that thinking he's all over the place here. We need to get at him. He's done 3 fouls now. It's not good. His confidence probably wasn't very high to start with. It's probably got less as the game going on. That misplaced pass early on that Aguero had to bail him out, and then he tries to let it run for a goal kick unaware that somebody stood right behind him. It's just he's having a really bad. It's not like he's getting torn apart by a really good opponent. You know, if you were Soufal struggling against Martinelli, I get it. It's a difficult player. It's not. He's struggling against 3 different Leeds players. He's struggling because of things he's doing.
Yeah.
The opposition player isn't even doing anything. It's a stupid pass. It's just stupidly letting it try and run out for a goal kick and stuff. It's a poor 45 from him. And it was a gamble that Moyes didn't really need to take when you've got 3 other alternatives for left back sat on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't get why he's done it. It's not worked in the first 45 minutes. I'd be looking to change that. And like I said, I think I want to see Ben Rama on. This Leeds team are there to be got at. We can win this game.
1,000%.
We need to win this game.
1,000%. I say this just before I jump off. 1,000%. I agree with you there. I think it's not strange that we're not seeing a deluge of good crosses when the left hand side where we mainly attack from is currently Tilo Kehrer and Pablo Fornals. Neither of them are going to be super great at crossing the ball. Although Kehrer did at one point put in one good one with his left foot. I think it was more like if I shot with my left foot and it went in, he just sort of connected with it and it happened more than anything else. But it is what it is. I would be happy, and I think there is definitely something to get at from this game. We just have to be brave and go at them, because when we put any amount of pressure on them, they crumble like mad. Their passing at the back
Cooper's on a booking and all. Cooper's on a booking and all. Let's get at him. Let's get Skamaka running at him.
100%. So when you say like Ben Rama stuff like that, 1,000%, go for it, gun for it, have a bit of bravery and go for it. The other thing I'll say is that there's 1,200 of you in here right now. So if you all haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've got 773 likes. I did say I would eat 2 Baby Bells at once like a sandwich.
What's your record?
800. We got to 1,000, I think, one stream. I think
that must have been a European game with extra time or something.
I think it was like Sevilla or something. I think that's what it was. So listen, go wild, see what happens. Go absolutely bananas, because we are breaking the records today. Thank you very much. And if you haven't already subscribed to M Breezy, by the way,
go on,
best football manager creator on YouTube. I'm pimping out Mike.
Go on. All right, Charlie's away for a pee. Let's see what you're all saying. Katie says Skamaka running at someone doubtful. Aye. He ran at Cooper, which got Cooper booked in the first place, and then the penalty was from Skamaka making a run. I'm having that. I'm not having that one. Sevilla was 1,200 likes. So well, we're not beating that. Sorry, Charlie. Cameron says, thing is, if Ben Rama does come on, saves today, Moyes will take full credit and try pull off that he planned it when we all know he's been our best attacking player. I mean, do you know something? He can have it. He can have it if David Moyes wishes to bring on Ben Rama and then declare a tactical genius thing. You have your day as long as it wins us the game. As long as we win, I'm happy. Chris says, can't believe Fanal's missed another penalty needed for us to score. Happy says, some seasons you have no luck for a couple of games. Next minute, you just can't score from trying too hard. Oscar thinks Fanal's is looking fresh. Have to agree. I think Fanal's has had an okay first half, barring that miss. Saying that, El Chico completely disagrees with me. Says Fanal's is offering nothing. Dan says the club needs to change its position on signing fullbacks. We've always tried to get them on the cheap, and now we're seeing the results. Don't disagree. I mean, we spent 13 million on one, and the problem is not really up to it, is he? I mean, that was a poor 13 million. George says, don't understand why everybody thinks we're so bad. It's a scrappy game, but we've been the better team. The thing is, George, I think there's some players playing well. I think there's some players playing well for West Ham. I just think we are hindered by Tilo Kehrer playing left back and restricted going forward with the personnel on the pitch. I don't think we're playing bad either, but we've still got a couple of gears we can go, but we need to get the starting 11 right. We need to get the team right. Subs have to be good. Dylan says Fornals has made more successful forward passes than any other West Ham player. So yes, he is offering a lot. Luke says Skamaka looks good. I want Emerson or Creswell on for left-footed crosses. Yeah, see, I'm a bit like that. There has been a couple of opportunities for Kerr to cross it, and he's been unable to. Major says Wolves and Everton next. Drop points here. Need a new manager to jumpstart the team. Bronson says Rice looks up for it. Just wish the other 10 were poor tackling, rubbish football for the most part. Moyes done himself no favours in the first half. Mancunian says I'm diplomatic with my comments about Kerr. He's awful defender. The thing is, I'm trying to not be harsh on Kerr. I think it's because when we beat Wolves and I said he had a poor game at right back, and I got a lot of abuse for it, saying I didn't know what I was talking about, which is, eligible in some cases. But I think I got that one right, and I think the game's proceeding has shown that too. His positioning is poor for a start, but he needs to be subbed off. That's what I'm going to say. Katie's asking when we last scored from open play. Someone literally told me in the Patreon group chat we've got, I think it was the 6th of November, and if I'm not wrong, we played Wolves on that day. So the Wolves game at the start of November. 2 months sounds awful. World Cup in there as well, but it's been a while since we scored from open play. Hopefully in the second half. Could do with Dawson score getting a shot on target, couldn't we, for the bet? So we'll have to wait and see. Saying that, Adams hasn't done anything. Jonathan says Skamaka's looking decent. About time one of his thunderbolt shots hit the back of the net. Leo says the game's screaming out for Paqueta to move forward towards Zucha. I think he's actually looking good. Minke says the same. Paqueta and Rice have been great. I actually quite like Paqueta in that deeper role. He gets stuck in, doesn't he? Doesn't mind a little bit of aggression in there. Stephen says Bowen's winning us a lot of penalties. Alan saying that Bowen's looking livelier every single game. Dango wants Emerson to replace Tilo Kehrer. Stuart said if Kehrer comes out, Moyes is insane. Stevie says we're a good team with rubbish management. Richard would like to see Downs on for Thomas Souček in order to increase our ball retention. Lee says lots of effort, but lacking the final ball. Sonny's asking about Discord. Ask Charlie. When Charlie returns, put the comment back up, Sonny. Charlie knows about that. I don't know anything about it. Adam says, if the lineup was right, I think we'd be 2 goals up. But I honestly think we could get 3 points. Souček, Kehrer off, Johnson, Benrahma on. Hopefully Downs will get some game time. Yeah, I have to agree. Christian, yes, tell me about it. Surprised you mentioned Souček. Sure, team spirit and get knocked off penalties. But yes, it's one of my pet hates. Our lack of control over penalty situations. So when I saw that, I had a little, fist pump in the air to myself. Yes, we've sorted it. We've got a little bit of something going on there. Players are taking responsibility, protecting the spot, protecting Paqueta. A little bit of grit and cohesion. I like it. It was good to see. It's good to see. There you go, Alan against Palace. Ben says against Palace. Katie against Crystal Palace last time that we scored from open play. Happy says away to Leeds is always a rough conflict, a lot of niggling off the ball interference, and a lot of shin kicking. Craig says, haven't seen Skamaka look this interested in a while. Happy to see it, while Kehrer looks horrid. Connor has said, Adam Creswell is warming up. Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. Saying that, I would be actually. I always say I wouldn't be surprised. Keith's saying the same. Creswell's coming on and get across it. I was just the way to say, sorry, for the 5th time. I wouldn't be surprised to see Creswell come on for Kehrer. Lies, I would be. To see Moyes make a sub at half time, which is a progressive substitution as well. Ooh, it's almost exciting, isn't it? We don't minded another one, Benrahma. But if the game's a draw and Benrahma's coming on, I'll get a bit excited. I'll get my hopes up. Jewel says, love the content, brings a smile every day to the face. Thank you very much. We appreciate that one.
Final thoughts, Gio?
Well, it looks like, according to the chat, they're quite confident Alan Cresswell's a way to come on, which we would assume it's for Tilo Keller. Whether that happens or not, I would be surprised. But, I mean, you can't ignore that, can you? It was a terrible 45 minutes. It's not even like he did one error. He did about 4 or 5. He's really struggling out there. So, and you've got plenty, even if Cresswell comes on and does crap, you've got Emerson and Johnson to bring on if you need to really sort it out. We can win this, Charlie. Do you know something? I'm feeling quite good. I wish I wasn't, because for large parts of that half, we were ordinary at best. And so were Leeds. But I think Skamaka's looking quite good. I think he's looking tasty. I like the Rice and Paqueta partnership that we got going on. I liked it against Brentford. I'm liking it again today. Bowen's looking lively. Aguerd has improved. There's been a couple of times he's been called into question, if you like, and he's come up with the answer big time, and I've liked it.
Yeah, me too.
We can win this game. It's just Moyes needs to get his subs right, and even if Jesse Marsh gets his right, I think we still win it. I think Moyes almost can triumph whatever Jesse Marsh does just by making substitutions. You don't even have to change the formation. You have to change the way we're playing, just the personnel. You can win the game. Whether we do or not, I don't know, Charlie.
I don't know if we will either, but I'm equally confident that we could. I'm equally confident that we could, but we'll see.
They seem to think Kerr's still on, which is
maybe suggests a formation change potentially. I mean, I would say we'll see. We've had too much of David Moyes to suggest that we can be that confident about it. But yeah,
if Cresswell has gone through an intense warm up at halftime, the good thing is it means it's on the radar. But the silly thing is, you get 5 subs where you're only allowed to stop the game 3 times. So you've essentially got to use up one of those 3 to bring Cresswell on. When you've thought, okay, Cresswell may need to go on, instead of doing it, you might give Kerr 5-10 minutes and think, actually, I'm going to get Cresswell. You've just wasted one of your slots. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit.
Yeah.
5 subs is a lot, but 3 slots hasn't really changed. It still remains the same as it was prior. So a bit frustrating, but hey ho, do you know something? I don't know. I really do fancy us, Charlie. If he gets it right, it's just, I don't know.
Well, Geo, thank you very much. Enjoy it. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy it as well. We'll be here for the rest of the game. For the rest of the match, we will be here until full time, when Geo Mackie, of course, will be back with Gonzo to chat through, react, review, all of that good stuff. In the meantime, however, there are 1,200 of you in here right now. The second half is about to kick off. So if you are only here for half time, then thank you very much for coming. We massively appreciate it. On your way out, why not hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, any future streams. We do on West Ham YouTube channel to do a watch along every single stream, every single game last year. We always have links to the games in the Discord as well. And while you're there, hit the like button. We have hit over 800. We are at 889 right now. 1,000 could legitimately be on the cards. So I have, at halftime, gone and grabbed the bells, ladies and gentlemen, the double bell. And as I was saying, Geo flipping interrupted me. If you haven't already subscribed to M Breezy, big things coming in 2022. Mike does good work and he puts a lot of effort in and he deserves it. I hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well. Enjoy the second half. So, as the second half kicks off, it's about to kick off on my screen. I will be hitting the double bell. I will be going for the double bell, ladies and gentlemen. Early doors, I will be doing it. We still haven't kicked off yet. The timer will be accurate the second we do. Leeds are going to be the ones to kick off. And there we are. We are underway. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. Time to run 2 things. I'm currently unbelling. I've got flipping out. There's so much admin with 2 bells. I've never seen it. Leeds passing around, but they're just susceptible at the back, man. That passing is just wild. That's a great interception from Declan Rice. It doesn't go anywhere, but good interception. There we go. 1 bell. Undone. We're gonna get the second one done now. Leeds again. We're pressurising them. That's a good tackle from Thomas Souček. Oh, referee says that's a foul. I disagree with that. I disagree strongly with that. I thought that was a beautiful tackle by Thomas Souček still. That's fine. But they are all over the shop at the back. See, you've just passed it straight to Skamaka, who hits it. Guys, It's in. It's in. Skamaka gets the goal. Let's go. Let's go. My thing skipped at that exact moment. It's an awful Skamaka, and we will be having that, ladies and gents. Let's flipping go. I've got cheese in my hands. Yes. Yes. Leeds are consoling Aronson, who was awful, and it's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful strike from range. That's what we want. That's what we're talking about. West Ham United 2, Leeds United 1. I was saying it the entire first half. They are there to be got. If you put them under pressure, they do not look comfortable on the ball at all at the back. Their passing is just wild and all over the shop. Instantaneously, a couple times in a row, just get it, and bang, it hits Skamaka. He takes the shot from range. It's a beautiful finish. It's 2-1 West Ham. Let's go. Let's flipping go. My 1-1 prediction is officially out of the window. We can't have that anymore. It's 2-1. A Skamaka cracker indeed. Love that. What a finish as well. Just from range. That's the sort of thing we want from range, man. He just picks it up, sees it, hits it. It's it. Come on. Come on, 2-1. We'll be taking that, ladies and gentlemen. We will be taking that indeed. My stream is officially... the North Idaho TV network is currently breaking down. But we'll be taking that. Here we go. While I try and fix that, you can see. Never have you seen such bellage before. The double. Feels needless now. Feels needless given the fact we've just taken the lead. But we're going to go for it. All right? Right, what I'm going to do, I will pop it entirely in my mouth. But I'm just going to bite into it first. Just because I will never see it too bitten into again. You know what I mean? Look at that. That is cheese, mate. That is cheese. Yes. Cheese. I am eating cheese. Come on, let's go. It's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of cheese. I believe you're new around here, Ed. Subscribe. Like the video. Oh, that was a lot of cheese. That was a lot of cheese. Oh, it's a good opportunity for Leeds. Rice cuts it out well. That's nice to do. I apologise, Reverend. It was a lot of cheese. What a start from us, by the way. What a start from us. And a really nice finish from Skamaka. Again, just pushing it, and then bang. In there. You know what I mean? That's what we've been saying. They're super susceptible. They're not comfortable passing it around at the back at all. And if we just get on them, we could get that result. And we did that. It was a beautiful situation. Really nice finish. We've got goals now today from both Paqueta and Skamaka. This is what we thought we were getting. Goals from Paqueta and Skamaka. Good work there from Paqueta. He fouls him, but I love seeing it. This is a problem. Yes, Ed. I am. I don't... There's a lot of things wrong with this situation, Ed. The cheese is one of them. The cheese is one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, as I said, we are very, very close to 1,000 likes. We are at 912. I think 1,000 would... I don't know if we've ever hit... I think we have hit 1,000 live before. I think it would be the Sevilla one. So if we can hit 1,000 today, that would be wild. That would be absolutely wild. Paqueta, nice ball. Looking for Jarrod Bowen. He's through again. A bit too far ahead on the right-hand side. He does manage to pull it back. Fornals is there. That's a nice ball into Paqueta, to be fair. Oh, nice bit of control into him. Nice flick. Laid off short to Fornals. This shot was poor. Second one, even poorer. Don't worry about it. He took the shot, and it is what it is. Fair enough, Ed. Enjoy yourself, mate. Go what? Listen, Ed, I'll be honest with you, mate. There are enough West Ham channels doing watch-alongs. Go watch another one. It's fine, mate. I really don't mind. I would highly recommend all of them. They're all good. They're all good. There's plenty more. Go find one. Appreciate you coming, mate. Subscribe on your way out. Hit the like button. I mean, you had to subscribe. You to comment, right? So just hit the like button, Ed. Have a chat store.com, by the way, Ed. Also, patreon.com/HaveAChat. If you want to come on Two Spanners and call me a fool live, you may. Hope so. We're looking, like I said, when you see, this is our problem with David Moyes, is when you see an instance like this, where there is something to be got at, we don't tend to do it. We tend to shriek. We tend to back out. This is the situation where you jump on it and you can get something from this game. This just shows that if you have a little bit of that, you don't even have to start by going for it. But the second you see it, jump on it. And that's what we've done right now. That's what we've done. Johnny, I'm not going to click on that, but wild. It doesn't like cheese. The big cheese. Leon, love that. Take that. Leeds tried to play their way in, can't quite find it. It's cleared away. Skamako's cutting a lonely figure up front, but right now we can, in that situation, we can take him. We can take him. What did the cheese ever do to Ed? I'm big into this, like, let's build a law around Ed being got at by cheese. Maybe he's allergic. Maybe he's lactose intolerant. Maybe that's Ed got cheesed up. Mark has nailed that one. He's cheesed off. Mark, you've nailed that one, my friend. You've absolutely nailed that one. He's absolutely nailed that one. What was I going to say? I saw Woody, you were talking about others. There's plenty of other channels that do watch-alongs. West Ham Fan TV obviously do one. Dan, Jace, sometimes Nicky's on there. Lawrence, good to see you, my friend, by the way. Lawrence, your thing skipped by. I saw you say hello. Good to see you wherever you're at. I'll take that as a direct compliment to me. And the quote was, "It's a lot of cheese." Scamangon Bear. Let's go. Cheese-based West Ham puns, please, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need. West Ham Fan TV 2-1. Pablo thought that was with an overhead kick. Clearance there. Luke Ayling dives in for it. He goes for it. James is very good. That's very good, James. What was I going to say? West Ham Fan TV do one. Titch does one over on Hammers Fans United whenever he can. He does one. Who else does them? I think every channel at some stage has done some form of watch along, and a couple do them frequently. Not as frequently as us. The only channel who did one every single game last year. Just putting it out there. But there's certainly other channels that do them, and I would highly recommend someone, if you don't like it, go and watch them. That's fine by me. I wouldn't want you to. I wouldn't want to see anyone waste their time watching this nonsense. Anyway, my thing is West Ham Fan. Yeah, they do it almost every stream. Not every single one. We're the only ones that did it every single one, but they do it almost every single one. Dan and Jace holding down the fort, doing big bits. Jace does it when Dan's not there. Highly recommend it. Love Jace. He's a beautiful man. Love Dan as well, to be fair. Love Nicky, but love Jace. He's a beautiful man. Do I have to say that because he was technically my boss at one point? Maybe. Cheddar's gone. Good. Great guy. Love that. Solid work. Solid. Goat cheese. Come on, Val. Yes. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine thinking we weren't serious. Imagine thinking we weren't serious. Trying to find, there was a lot of a good. Something about a Gouda and a great. We can work with that, Val. We can work with that. Raqueta, love that. Brilliant. Again, big. Elbows just vibing, apparently. Edem got good. Squirrel's gone for I'll be on. Release Ben Wama. Release. Right. Sorry, I was very confused there, Squirrel. Apologies. Tony Cottage Cheese. I'm just happy right now. I'm just saying, people say we don't take stuff seriously here, and yet here we are with Declan Ricotta. Yet here we are. Ed, you can speak. Ed, I haven't banned you, mate. Ed, I thought you'd gone to another channel. You're more than welcome to speak, my friend. Ed, how you feeling? How's things, bruv? How are you feeling? Ed, are you good? How's life? Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Hope you're having a grand old time, my friend. I've not got a problem with you. Skamaka goes down there being shirt pulled. Obvious as you like. It does a whole spin on the floor at one point. Can we all get a hashtag welcome back Ed, please? Can we get that? Can we get a hashtag welcome back Ed? Can we just all positively react to Ed, please? That's all I need. You don't even need the hashtag. Can we all just positively... Can we all just send Ed our positive vibes, you know? It's going to be a free kick to West Ham on the right-hand side. It's good position. We've got big men in there. We're not known for scoring our headers recently, but there are big men in there. Dawson, Souček, you know, large men about. Large men aplenty. Dude, baby Bellingham. Yes. Yes. We take it short. Bit fancy. Bowen whips it into a good area. Melier collects it. It was a nice idea. Big up, Ed. Love you, Ed. There you go, Ed. Look, Ed, we want you here, bro. Thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you. Thank you. Stilton here. Yes. Come on. Come on. Jesus' sake. See, Ed, we're nothing but welcoming here. Ed Brilson Fernandez. Ed Brilson. Ed Brilson. I'm here for it. I'm fondue of you. Stephen, yes. I just want to think about Ed Milson Fernandez. You aren't naughty at all, Ed. We want you here. Ed, look how much the chat want you here, bro. There was no naughty. We didn't ban you. We didn't say anything. It was just, if you didn't want to be here, you could have gone. I gave you the options for other places you could go. I'm more than happy for you to be here, Ed. If anything, I'm here for it. There's a big old, there's beef going down, ladies and gentlemen. Paqueta is standing next to Somerville. He's in trouble. Who's that who's gone down? Soufal's gone down. There was a big commotion on the touchline. Ed, love you, mate. I'm going to have to come back to you in a second. There was a big commotion going down on the touchline. Referee's talking to Declan Rice now. Somerville's going to get you. Somerville picks up a yellow card. VAR's having a look at it. Somerville's having a conversation with the referee. There was a big commotion all of a sudden. Huge commotion. Soufal down. I'm having a similar problem, dude. I cannot bear it without you, Jamie. It's good. Somerville went diving in on Soufal there. Again, it keeps cutting the exact moment the connection happens. I need to see it. Clattered by Somerville. What's a great name, to be fair. It's a great name. I'm seeing. Do we think it's a red? Do we think it's a red? Thank you, Andy. Listen, it's all I'm here for. I'm nothing if not the person who could be entertained by cheese puns on West Ham YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Red Leicester. Yes, I don't know who saw it. The chat skipped, but I saw that. Excellent work, whoever it was. My stream kept skipping. Tell me if you think it was a red. Tell me if you think it was a red. Apparently Cressel's coming on. He's still down, by the way. On my screen, at least, he's still down 100%. Thought very chill. Good work. In Mozzarella. Yes, Lewis. Yes. I disagree with you, Stephen. Nicely done. Should be red. Okay. Not even a card for me, which it hasn't been. Well done, boys. Turned it around already. Not a red, yellow. What goes around comes around. Serious Oldman. Big plays. He did, Stephen. He did. He passed away this morning. It's been it's official. It's on the club website and everything else. Passed away. It was this afternoon at some point. I tell you what, it's getting a bit feisty now. Nyonto's just gone in on Jarrod Bowen. It's getting a bit feisty. This game, the more feisty it gets, I think, the more it suits us a little bit. Leeds seem to be losing their heads a little bit. Nyonto was just going a bit wild there. Trying to figure out because the North Idaho TV network is creating issues right now for actually keeping up with what's going on. Leeds have lost their heads. Yeah, I agree, Ollie. I agree. Oh, Moisey Relistics. I'm just very happy, Sat. I'm just very happy. That's all I need. I think this is what we realised is that I'm just happy. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. Dean usually provides the puns here, and I'm always up for the puns then. And so now we've just got the whole chat talk about cheese. What more could we need? What more could we need? We are doing better than usual. Come on, I've probably missed a whole bunch. That's the best thing about it, is at some point tonight I'm going to be able to go back and rewatch the live chat from this exact moment and watch all of the watch them all roll in and just be very happy. You know. Shopping Brie, love it, love it, love it. West Ham way, solid, solid, solid. I can actually see the screen now. What time to be live? Jarrod Bowen. Oh, it's a nice ball towards the centre. Can't quite find anyone. And Paqueta on the far side, on the close side. Sorry, picks up the ball and has a hit. Quite work out. Needs a good based pun from now on. Listen, I'm here for it, Paul. I'm strongly here for it. I'm hearing lots of boos and the referee whistle, and it's caught on a specific frame for me. Yeah, I was going to say I would be, from a Leeds perspective, I would be equally disappointed, Stu. I'd be equally disappointed. I'd be equally disappointed. I think it's just not quite come together. And again, that person, Alan Kurdishley, yes, this could go either way, yes. But yeah, from a Leeds perspective, I would agree. Why not? Why not? Why not? We are beating the Cathedral City. Oh my God, what a day. This might be the best watch-along we've ever had. And it's all thanks to Ed. Thank you, Ed, if you're still here. It's going to be a free kick to West Ham on the left-hand side, about 35 yards away from goal. So if I was the one who takes it, that's not a bad ball in. Head hits. Deflects. No, can't quite make it work. Again, gets a header on it. Can't quite make... Oh, nice control from Fornals, but it's going to be offside. Close. It was a nice ball in. A better ball in. We're there. Just thank you, Ed. That's actually... To be fair, Ed, I'll be honest with you. First of all, your name's very close to Edam. So you can't be that mad about cheese because your name is disgracefully close to Edam. Secondly, that is actually good intel, and I should probably think about doing something like that with VPNs in the future because traveling all the way to North Idaho is just difficult, and the connection in where I am in North Idaho is just not that great, clearly. So that's actually genuinely, Ed, thank you. That is good intel. We appreciate you being here, bro. God, we are milking this Ed topic. Yeah, you know. Welcome, Ed. Listen, I can't act like I'm serious and the chat are a bunch of, you know, we just go wild. But we mean well. We mean well. We mean well. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Swiss Tony Gotti. Yes. Yes. Leeds attack forward down the left-hand side. Tyler Adams. Nice touch. Gnonto back out to Tyler Adams. Flicking it around amongst themselves. Leeds down the left-hand side. Trying to find a space to cross. Gnonto, it's not a bad ball in, but it's over the top of everyone. A bit overhit. Picks up wide on the right-hand side. Dinks it back in. That is a much worse cross, and it's going to be a goal kick. Will be taken out. Luke Ayling with a poor cross. When we vote for man of match, no one is taking it from Ed. You are not wrong. Ed is 1000% winning man of the match. Antonio's going to come on now for Scamacca. Fair play. Scamacca getting a goal. We love to see it. Under pressure. Aronson just passes it to him. He literally just turns around and places it in. It's a really nice finish from Scamacca. We get a goal from him and Paqueta today. Really nice stuff. He comes off. Antonio coming on as we maybe go a little bit more defensive, getting a bit more energy up front. That should, in theory, help us with the press as well. I'm not against that as a sub. It's not ideal, but I'm not against it. You can see Sufal still bleeding, by the way, from the challenge before, and he's not moving comfortably. I'm surprised he's still on. Aaron Cresswell was about to come on as well. Come on, Ray. Ray's involved now. Let's go. Sufal is going to come off. And Cheddar Valencia. It was staring us in the face. Sufal coming off, and on in his place will be Aaron Cresswell. I assume, terrifyingly, this means Kera will be taking up position at right back. Which is just, there's a lot of scary things going on right now. Maybe that's why we bring on Antonio as well, knowing we're going to have to maybe sit a little bit deeper and stuff. I don't know. I'm not super comfortable with that, but Sufal was literally hobbling there. Oh, nice turn from Mikel Antonio. Instantly step over, goes flying forward. He's not going to go anywhere with it, but you love it. Patrick Burger Cheese. Yes. That was an offside. There is a lot of rain going on, Harry. Happy, there is a lot of rain going on. You know? Maybe that's part of the idea. It's getting more rainy. We're not going to play on the floor too much. Just playing over the ball. Bring on Antonio for that reason. Maybe. I don't know. Should probably put this in time. Slightly out. It's been about 10 seconds out for most of the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it like there. And then hopefully that'll be just sort of roughly in time wherever I'm at. Because I realise I'm about 10 seconds ahead of that. Where it was anyway. Yeah, just double checking. I mean, it's obvious that that's what would have happened, but that is exactly what's happened. Rodrigo has scored. I don't know what's happened. Because the North Idaho TV network is letting me down a bit. It was a throw in into the middle to Tyler Adams. Right, Jack Harrison does really well. And yeah, it's a good finish again. They've just passed right through the middle of us. Bro. Tyler Adams comes in. He finds Jack Harrison. Nice first touch and then lays it short to... I don't want to criticise him. But for both goals, Craig Dawson has been walked in behind. Both goals. And I don't want to say too much because it's he was massively out of position for that second one there. He comes forward. He's just in no man's land. I don't know where he's... Usually he's so unbelievably... He's just so good usually at that sort of stuff. So I don't know where the hell he is there. And it's right through the middle. Both goals have come right through the middle and both goals have come directly from throw-ins. He did say that, to be fair. He could definitely do that. Two. Well, you know, listen. It's never easy. When it rains, it pours and all that. Do you know what I mean? When it rains, it pours. And I'll be honest, he's changed it up. He's gone defensive. He's brought on Antonio, which again, I wasn't against, but I'm a bit concerned how that changes things. I mean, we still seem to be, formationally, we still seem to be in the right sort of, we still seem to be doing the same sort of thing. Declan Rice, nice control there, lays it off short. Cresswell trying to put the ball in. We've rectified our problem of being unable to cross from the left-hand side by bringing on Cresswell, but then we've also shifted our problem with not being able to cross to the right-hand side now with Kara, but we're at least sort of in the ballpark. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult because when it was 2-1, the idea of bringing on Antonio didn't really concern me too much. I was like, okay, all right, change the way it's going forward a bit, you know, running about, making a nuisance of himself, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, fine. All right, whatever. The kind of there. Harsh on Skamaka, potentially. I mean, Alex has said that as well. Maybe a bit harsh on Skamaka, but okay, fair enough. We can deal with that. But the problem is, I don't know why now it sort of feels differently. I don't know why, but now it's 2-2. That feels different to me, and I'm not entirely certain why. We'll see, but I think there's still, like I said, just press them. Get Antonio running at them. He can run about. That's his main thing. Just sort of run at them, and you know, create some problems. Because when you press them, they do not like it whatsoever when you press them. Anyway, Melia has to take a goal kick. Big boot up the pitch. Wow. Fair. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. For some reason, it worries me now we're 2-2, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You're 100% right, Woody. You're 100% right. Or at least I make you 100% correct. Again, just get at them. We do need that injection of energy up front to continue the pressing, to be fair. So I back that. Because there was a situation there where we could have pressed a bit more, and Jarrod Bowen was just probably a little bit tired. He's been good today, Jarrod Bowen, to be fair to him. He's been good today. That's not a criticism of him. But just towards the end of the game, getting a little bit leggy, not quite able to run at them in the same way he was, maybe. It's fine. We can do that. Denver bar, baby belt. Yes, old Greg. West Ham take a free kick from our own half and treat it basically like a goal kick, but further up the pitch. Getting very annoying. It's glitching all over the shop right now. Ray, please. Please. I was watching Batman Begins yesterday. So I'm literally just talking to Ray now, everyone. I apologise. Again, we just have to resist the urge to drop deep like we always do. We have to resist that urge. We got the goal from pushing them. We got the goal directly from pushing them. We just have to make sure we don't drop deep and keep at them. And again, it's difficult for the likes of Bowen, who've been on for the entire game, and we've looked tired the entire time, to be fair. This season, we've just looked tired in those sort of positions. But we have to resist the urge to drop deep and let ourselves sort of contain. Because if we can keep at them, they're going to be tired as well. So if we can keep at them and keep pushing them, we can really make something of this game. We can still get back into this and get the winner. It's 15 minutes left. It's entirely possible, but we just have to resist the urge to be a bit deep, you know? Lots of Benny chat in the chat. Benny, yeah. Ben Rama, lots of Ben Rama talking to chat. I can respect it. I would want to see him as well. Like I was just saying, let's get some energy, let's get some pushing, let's get some pressing on there. And Ben Rama would go a long way into helping that. Cresswell to take a free kick about 35 yards away from goal. One of our players is down. He's being one of our players is down in the area. The referee just sort of seeing to it. It's Dawson who went down. Cresswell in. Nope. 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 I'm having a massive problem with mine. Yeah, bro, mine's jumping all over the shop. Bro. I can't see anything right now. I see like 2 seconds and it backs down again. 2 seconds and it backs down again. 2 seconds and it backs down again. Oh, that's a really nice blue ball through for Leeds. Rodrigo hits it. Over. Over. Cheesy come, cheesy go. Nice. I back it, I back it, I back it. Belcar, just go back outside real quick. I just got a theory we need to test. Don't spend long out there. How long have we got? 30 minutes? Just spend 30 minutes outside. It's a really nice ball through for Leeds to Rodrigo, who then he hits it early with his left foot, big over the top. He just strikes it. He's leaning back. It just, to be fair, Fabianski gets the tip over. I thought I just went flying over, but I back it. Yeah, I've only got like one, and I just keep having to, you know. Sam Greenwood coming on for a rocker now for Leeds. Leeds are definitely on top at the moment. He's good. He's decent. He's decent. He's nice on the ball. Buzzes about. He's not. His end product is not too much going on there, but he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot, and I quite like that about him. You know, and at a young age, you like to see that. You know, he's not afraid to pick up the ball and just run at people and make stuff happen. I criticise his end product. He's literally scored today, so can't chat. I can't chat anything. Can't chat anything. Corner comes in from Leeds. Souček's going to header that one away. Not that I'll be able to see it. Not that I'll be able to see it. I've just opened up like 8. Just to see if any of them work whatsoever. Well, Tyler Adams does really well against Mikel Antonio there. Antonio flying down the right-hand side and just does well to just stop it from going forward. Syed Benrahma is coming on, as is Flynn Downs. Paqueta coming off, Syed Benrahma coming on, and Flynn Downs for Nows. Interesting. Interesting. One of the ones on the Discord. I'm watching it on the North Idaho TV network. One of the ones on the Discord. Interesting. I'm interested to see how that ends up playing out then, because I'm not really sure where that leaves everyone. Flynn, I mean, unless you put Flynn Downs up front, Tech Care almost giving away a handball there. Which it does low-key look a little bit like Flynn Downs is in an attacking position here. I think it is just... Jesse Barge getting very angry. I think it is... Looking at it annoyingly, I think it is... I think we're keeping a 4-3-3. And I think it is going to be Jesse March is getting very angry about how far back the throw needs to be here. And I believe, looking at it, it is going to be Flynn Downs, Souček, and Rice in midfield. And I think Ben Rama's just a straight stop with 4 nows. So we've gone defensive. We've gone more defensive. Not ideal, but that's just where we're at. That's just where we're at. It's happening to me as well. I'm equally in the the storm area of North Idaho currently. You know, big storms. Big storms. You know? Big storms. Yeah, straight swaps. Yeah, straight swap for Ben Rama and 4 nows, and then Paqueta and Downs basically a straight swap as well. A bit more defensive than I would like. Again, I want to see us really gunning for it, but then again, Downs has shown himself as being adept at sort of trying to get forward and win stuff relatively far forward in the games he has played in the weird attacking senses. So, you know, I'm not entirely against that, I guess. I'm not super keen on where it stands us from a creative standpoint, but, you know, I'd rather see us be a bit more creative than bring on a defensive player who can sort of defend from the front line. But I guess, to be honest with you, Moyes would 1000% take a draw. Moyes would 1000% take a draw, so Downs instantly giving away a free kick there. Instantly giving around free kick. Yes, I'm in London. I'm just watching it online. So I say I'm in North Idaho because that means I can watch it legally because it's not on legally in the UK. I'm definitely in North Idaho, mate. Yeah. Definitely not in London. Definitely not. My flat looks the same in London as Big Danny's holiday home in North Idaho, you know? Definitely. Ben Rama lays it short to Cresswell. No one there for that cross. Rice goes from range, never having him. Snowed in. I'm snowed in, John. It's nice. It's nice, guys, mate. It's nice. You know, it's just a bit snowy. It's affecting the signal. You know? It's affecting the signal. Yeah. That's how it goes. Yeehaw, indeed. Shh, Major. Shh. Yonto lays it short. Aronson tries to dink it round. That's a good opportunity, but it's well covered. I tell you what, by Dawson, that's much better. I've had criticism for both goals. I can't lie, but that one specifically, that was well done. That was well done. Another 2 baby bells. Look, I'll say this. There's one more baby bell in the fridge. I don't know if my stomach is keen on eating it, but there is one more baby bell in the fridge. I'll say that. There aren't 2, though. There is literally only 1 left. It's going to be a corner to Leeds on the left-hand side. Right as I started saying that, it literally stops. Please, the internet, that would be nice. I will say this as well. We are disgracefully close to 1,000 likes, by the way. We are disgracefully close. Ball comes in, headed down. Oof, Antonio blocks it, and then it goes over. Bloody hell, bloody hell. We are disgracefully close to 1,000 likes, by the way. We're at 970 right now. 30 more likes in the next 5 minutes plus stoppage time, and we are in a beautiful, beautiful position. 1,000 likes on West Ham versus Leeds. Who would have thought? We're very, very close. Derry Leeds, triangles, Derry Leeds. Oh my God, that's good. It's good. Jose Fondue, love that, Dirk. Love that, Dirk. Ricotta Vaz Tate, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're fully back. Eat the bells, stamp and screw them off at your hands, throw them at the wall and generally scream at them. Listen, is that a call for bells? Is that a call for bell? I've got a small points and kept Moyes in his job to fit. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Come on, stream. I mean, TV. Snow, man. Snow. You know what I mean? Just the snow. We have flown, by the way, we have absolutely flown past 1,000. We are at 1,015. We are at 1,015 likes. What has happened today? What has happened today? 1,015 likes. Listen, if you want to celebrate it, you want to celebrate it. I think that's, I think it's annoying because there's a win to have been got at today, but a draw is stopping the rot to some extent. You know what I mean? Oh my God, please. I'm really struggling. Also, I'm not going to lie, the baby bells are coming back at my stomach. Cheesy does it, 1,000 plus. Thank you very much. By the way, genuinely, thank you very much, everyone. 1,000 likes is bonkers. So massively, massively appreciate it. Thank you. I know we kept asking, but it's hilarious that we got there. I mean, we should not be getting 1,000. I think the only 1,030 now. I think the last time, what did we get 1,000? Wasn't that was the, I want to say it was the Sevilla game. The Sevilla Europa League game, which was one of the biggest wins in our recent history. A massive, massive moment. A massive, massive moment for us. And now we've done it against Leeds midweek in January. So it's a massive thing. So thank you very much, everyone. It's an incredible achievement. It shouldn't have said. I'll be honest with you. This could go either way at this point. This genuinely could go either way. I'm seeing the words Kara loses the ball, then gets megged. And Kara is an absolute disgrace. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He's just lost, isn't he, at fullback? He's just completely lost. What a bad signing that's been. What a bad signing. Mate, you should try eating bloody 2 baby bells at once. You want to talk about bloody blood pressure. I'm going to end. I was kicking Danny earlier. I was doing big kicks at Danny earlier. Then I started shoving cheese in my mouth. It's been an emotional stream for me. I'm going to end up in the hospital. I need to stop. Again's gone down with cramp. Do you remember, does everyone remember? It feels like a lifetime ago when I was doing studs to face to Danny. It's been a stream. It's been one heck of a stream. It's been one heck of a stream. Gelhart's going to come on for Leeds, by the way. Antonio, it was a nice idea, but doesn't quite work out to find Ben Rama. I still think he's okay at centre back whenever full back. Yeah, that's my opinion. I wouldn't have been against seeing him at centre back today, especially in a back three. At left back's just crazy talk. At right back, he's awful. But yeah, in a back three, I wouldn't have been against it, to be honest with you. When someone said it could be a back three and he could be playing there, I was like, oh, okay, but I mean, I said on Spanners earlier, I would have started him in a back three at centre back, but at right centre back specifically. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. We're in stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time to go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes of stoppage time to go. I did not watch the Old Firm game. I haven't seen a single bit of football in 2023 apart from West Ham. The rest of 2023, I've just been lying in bed, dealing with the Rona. So, yeah, I haven't seen it. Craven Cottage Cheese. Come on. We're back. Let's go, mate. Oh. COVID's coming back to fight me. The paracetamol is clearly wearing off. Gorgonzola. I think I saw someone else say Gorgonzola and I didn't give it the respect it deserved when it went past. Gorgonzola is a good one. Gorgonzola is a good one. If I can even watch any of the last of this game, would be beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it stops the rot. The thing is, a draw won't do anything to convince any fans of Moyes' position, but it certainly stops the rot, and it would arguably be more for the owners who wouldn't be keen on seeing him go, who I think want him to succeed. It gives them an excuse to push that decision further down the road, which is probably quite a bad thing. If anything, it's actually quite awkwardly one of the worst things that could happen. You know, it's sort of somewhere in the middle of it all. It's a bit awkward, but it does stop the rot. Specifically from a table point standpoint, it's a good thing for West Ham. It's a good thing for West Ham, but it's from a sort of meta sort of overall standpoint, it's a difficult one. Three more minutes to go. Throw into Leeds. Playing it around. It's an awful ball from Leeds. Looking for a big crossfield diag towards our Ayling. Completely misses him. Ledammer's chat. Dirt. Yes, it's going big in. The result is just going to mask a pony. The position we're in, Jake. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Listen, Ed, I can't lie to you, mate. If that happened, I would take that unbelievably happily. You know, unbelievably happily. We'll see what happens this year. It's going to be difficult to figure out, but we do still have Europe to come in. And if we could win Europe, then that would be a massive, massive achievement. A massive achievement. With 2 minutes to go of stoppage time, I will now ask you for your man of the match. Put that in the live chat. Just let me know who you think the man of the match should be. And no matter how many people, I can't really. There's no science here. Science is not your god. It's literally just all on eyes. All on eyes, and whoever I see gets the most amount of votes as I scroll through will win the Hammers Chat Man of the Match awards. While you lot are all doing that, I should say thank you. 1,050 likes. 1,050 likes. I think genuinely the most amount of likes we have ever had during a game. Either that or it's in top 2. I think the other one might have been Sevilla. So an unbelievable effort from everyone there. 1,050 is massively kind. Thank you very much. If you are new around here, make sure to make sure to subscribe. You've already liked the video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the... this is a really good opportunity. Ben Rama down the left-hand side. This is good. He takes a little bit too much time. Tries to bend it in. Antonio just can't get there. Oh, so close. It was a really nice ball out towards... That's such a nice ball from Declan Rice. First time into the path of Ben Rama, who can't quite put on the afterburners. It's not quite the right position. He just tries to bend it. I don't know if he's trying to go for goal or whether he's trying to cross it, but it can't quite work out. It was close. It was so, so close. I think this is going to end 2-2. 30 seconds to go. Leeds look like they have a free kick in a very advanced position right near the end. But I would say this. Subscribe if you are new around here. We're the only West Ham channel to do a watch-along every single game without fail. Last season, we did every single one. We've only missed 2 since when we started doing them several years ago at this point. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button because we have plenty of more videos to come. A lot more videos to come. It's January. New signings, transfer window, lots of matches, and then of course, potentially managerial stuff. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Stick around though, because we will be having our live match review in just a couple of moments' time. After this, it's going to be a free kick right at the death here, right at the death. Dinked into a good position, then a cross header, save from Fabianski. Jesus Christ, that was incredibly tight right at the end there. Fabianski just hooks it away. The Leeds player has got his head in his hands. It's Rodrigo. Let me go through the man of the match very quickly. There is the final whistle. It ends 2-2. Bloody hell. Fabianski with a save right at the death. Right at the death. Man of the match, Ed, Danny, Paqueta. Let's have a quick scroll. Stilton, Ed, Areola, fair. Ed. The ball boy, Ed. Paquette was probably our best player tonight. Yeah, Paquette was pretty good. It's probably the best game Paquette's had, maybe, potentially. Maybe. I'd have to think big on it, maybe. Karen Brady, not a brilliant game. Good. Paqueta, David Gold, Skamaka, Ed, Paqueta, Ed, Pax. I think it's fair to say Ed won man of the match. So Ed, I assume on your first ever stream here, congratulations on winning your first ever Hammers Chat man of the match award, Ed. Big plays, mate. Big plays. Good shift from Ed. Ed, indeed. Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of you, and to Ed specifically, but thank you very much to all of you. If you have enjoyed the video somehow, if you were put off by the cheese, then make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and like the video, because there's plenty more to come. Stick around, because Geo and Gonzo will be live in just a moment for their live match review. Thank you once more for the 1,071 likes. Enjoy the review. Let's see what we have to say. And it ends 2-2. Enjoy yourselves, everyone. Come on, you irons. I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.